check. Mic check.
Mic check.
Ready, guys? Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Under the Lights. This is week 5 of high school football here. We are broadcasting live in Opelousas, Louisiana, home of Gary Swallow's Taekwondo Martial Arts building here right on side of a Peak Kings. It is great to be back. Got a lot of jam-packed action to get to. Boy, where we at? Is your volume, Coach? Good. Okay. Gary,
Yes,
Holden, Mr. Chris, I tell you what, it feels like football with these fall temperatures we just had these last 2 days.
I loved it.
Yep.
It was good to not sweat as much during the day.
It is homecoming in the air for a lot of teams around the state of Louisiana. That homecoming spirit is alive and well. Also, the district races are fixing to take off. You got a couple teams heading into week 3 of district. Got a couple teams. This is going to be their first week in district. So keep an eye out on those district races. It should be a race for the title that we've never seen before. And Chris, y'all haven't even gotten to district yet.
In 2 weeks.
2 weeks, and they got teams already playing their third district game this week. So welcome to the madness, ladies and gentlemen. Also, records shattered this past week. Boy, we're going to get into that. It's going to be something to talk about. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. Hit the like, hit the share button. Let's get week 5 of high school football here on Under the Lights started. I'm going to go ahead and introduce our panel at this time. Starting from my far left, we're going to work our way down.
What's up, y'all? Holden, y'all know me.
Y'all know me. I'm Gary Swallow.
And I guess I'm the guest,
Yeah, our guest today.
Chris Esprit.
Mr. Chris Esprit, guest picker for week 5. Boy, is this team here rolling lately. But we got some Tigers to talk about in a little while. But thank you so much to our guest picker for being on homecoming week down there for the Tigers, not too far from here. So we got a lot to discuss, little time. Folks, got anything before we get started?
No.
Let's get it.
All right, initial thoughts of week 4 as we head into week 5. Give me your initial thoughts.
Oh, man, my initial thoughts on week 4 was a lot of crazy games, a lot of great finishes. It was just exciting high school football all the way around. I think it was a very positive thing. Looking forward, it's throwing monkey wrenches in the standings already, but I think it was a great week.
Chris, what's your initial thoughts of week 4?
Just a lot of teams that's in the cars of the world with the 3 forfeit losses and then the brawl that was in Baton Rouge,
Right.
McKinley and Northside. I saw the ruling today that both teams is a loss, I think.
Right.
So besides that,
Holden, what about your initial thoughts of week 4?
Nothing, man. Just high school football. Like,
You never know
what's gonna happen.
But we seen some upsets. We saw a lot of craziness happen. We had a hell of a recap show Friday night. And
It was a pretty long one.
yes, it was one of our longer ones, but it was so much to talk about.
Oh, we had a lot of stuff to talk about. It was awesome.
I fell asleep on the ride back home on y'all.
Oh, man.
So I'm echoing. Good? That's better.
Yeah.
All right. So at this time, we're going to shift gears and we're going to talk about our headlines of the week. But before we can get to our headlines this week is sponsored by Daryl's, the Crawfish House, and Mr. Kip Dupachet. Let's start off with Daryl's down there in Lake Charles, Louisiana. Since 1985, they have grown into a sit-down restaurant with a drive-through and a full-service bar. They pride themselves on serving enticing po' boys that include surf and turf, Darryl Special, and barbecue. All of their staff works hard to create an inviting and welcoming atmosphere. Come see why Daryl's in Lake Charles has the best pool boys in the state of Louisiana at 119 West College Street. Tell them that Under the Lights sent you on by. Next sponsor, how about the Crawfish House? Crawfish House and Grill, located at 1214 South Union Street in Opelousas, Louisiana, now under new ownership. Come dine with them for some great Cajun hospitality and cuisine, now featuring happy hour on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 5 to 7 p.m. Some really, really good food. Holden ate there today. We ate there last weekend. Boy, what a good time.
I ate there today myself.
Yeah, I went there for lunch break today.
Tell them Under the Lights sent you on by. I promise whatever you get on the menu, you will not be disappointed.
Get the crawfish etouffee, y'all. So good.
I'll probably go try it tomorrow.
There you go, Coach.
I'm telling you, Chris, it's good.
All right. What is that?
Hey guys, this is just my workout stuff.
If you have a secret identity, you need to keep it secret. And if you want to save by bundling all your car
Who's that one coming
insurance,
from?
you need Geico.
You're still wearing your mask, Jake.
Sorry, y'all. I was on Max Preps.
So that was a commercial from Holden.
My bad.
Is it just me or the sound is low?
Oh, well, I'm good.
It sounds good.
All right. That's loud, but we'll get through it. All right. Next up is the barber shop. Mr. Kip said, "I want to promote my brother's business on the show this week," and I said, "Without a doubt, let's do it."
Yeah.
So I want to say thank you to Mr. Kip for that. Let's talk about his brother's barbershop. An All-American Barbering is a traditional men's barbershop where a man can get a hot towel, haircut, and shave in a relaxed and comfortable atmosphere. We cater to you with high-quality barber products and services in a welcoming environment for men. All-American Barbering is proud to be a veteran-owned small business. That small dedication and service and commitment is carried over to our customers. Let us give you that traditional barbering experience. Contact us and schedule an appointment with one of our expert barbers. So thank you so much to the Louisiana veteran-owned business there, barbering. We can't thank you enough. Much better on the audio. All right, so that is our sponsors that will bring us into headlines this week. Going to start off with Mr. Chris himself, the guest picker. Headlines from this week. Chris, anything you got to say that you saw?
Well, I saw a game last week that I was in attendance of. Opelousas High versus Saint Amand. I witnessed some kids get down 14-0, and the sideline, I didn't see a kid with their head down or fussing or whatever. I saw one of the coaches went to the kid, and he was, kind of chewing him out. And the kid did this little number here. I got it.
Okay.
And when you see kids do stuff like that, they came out of halftime and they just started clicking. That was a big win for the program against a 5A opponent that we have never. That I found out today that Opelousas High have never beaten Saint Amand, even in the 80s.
Oh, really? Wow.
And that was a big win. 5A opponent. That's 2 weeks in a row. Well, we done beat 2 5A schools already, and we still
opponents,
right,
back weeks,
and we still have another 5A school on the schedule. So that was a big win. And overcoming adversity with some young kids. So we looking forward to this year. Like I tell people, it's not an upset in my eyes. This is really not an upset.
Right.
Because we know what we have over there at the program.
Right.
Just have to put it together and just have to, follow instructions and just go for it.
Right. Well, the thing that I saw more this weekend was, we saw a lot of kids, get up, get down on themselves. But, I actually saw, a one-sided game. but we actually saw the kids. I mean, I saw kids hit each other and then help each other up, tap each other on the helmet.
Right.
I mean, the sportsmanship that I saw this week was very adamant, and that's that takes the the coaches to instill that. You can basically, it's like during the play, you want to hit them and you want to hit them hard, knock them down, but you help them up. It's sportsmanship. I'm seeing that a lot more, and I'm very happy with that.
Right. And maybe that's probably what it was in the game in Baton Rouge, McKinney and Northside. Probably a late hit.
Yeah.
Which, you late hit someone on the sideline.
Well, actually, I think it was before the game. I don't think that even started.
Yeah, I think it.
Second quarter.
So, it was the second
Yeah.
quarter? I wasn't sure.
But I think it was leading up to that, before the game, the pregame and stuff. It was joined back and forth. I don't know.
Yeah.
We wasn't there.
Yeah.
But, to see that game ended in a brawl and it ended, so.
Well, anytime you see something like that, it's disappointing.
Right.
Because, that sportsmanship is, what you're trying to teach these kids.
It was their homecoming too.
Yeah. Oh, and that's what I'm saying. You're trying to teach these kids sportsmanship. You're trying to teach them how to battle and how, become part of a family and stuff. And that's what it is. I mean, when you're a part of a team like that, you're a family. That I understand that, see something happen and you want to do that, but you got to keep your head. You got to keep your head. Otherwise, look what happened. They lost 2 games.
Right.
So they lost that game. Plus they were basically suspended. For a game.
Nope, they got ruled to play.
Oh, they got okay.
They got ruled to play, but I think they did have a few kids. Once they watched the video, they can't play this week.
Okay. Well, so last word I got, I thought they were basically just canceling the games. But
Right.
Hey, that's good that not everybody got penalized for the actions of a couple. So hopefully they'll get back.
Right.
Yep. Guest picker for tonight is Mr. Chris Esprit. So week 5, 5 different guest pickers. Boy,
Yeah, man, we doing good.
It's good to see people want to be a part
If people
of this
don't
platform.
know either, he's been on the show a few
Yeah.
times too. So
Yeah.
Last year,
Right.
so he's not like brand new.
Yeah. And then he's in the chat picking with us every week. So
I'll be bored at work.
and the way Chris said it, he is owning us this year in
yeah,
picks.
he's
Yeah.
doing well.
Yeah.
So we're gonna put it to the line today and see how bad he beats us this week.
Yeah,
I'm gonna just pick every game that Chris picked.
Nah, I tried to tell you to do that a few weeks ago, and you didn't want to listen. You want to pick Fontainebleau over Walker.
Oh,
I didn't pick Found Blue. I
I know you did.
don't want to hear that.
it was a shot across the bow, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about the helmets we have in front of us? We have some matchups here. So starting from my far right, probably your far left. Probably be the left, huh?
It's gonna be on the left on their
Okay.
side.
So we got Red River and
Logan
Logan
Sport.
Sport right here in front of Mr. Chris. They're playing this week. What a good matchup that is.
Right.
Also, right here, homecoming for the OHS Tigers. They're taking on the undefeated Leesville Wampa
Wampus
Cats.
Cats, right?
Well, that's good to have these matchups just sitting on the table in front of us. Thursday night, we got Pine Prairie. We do not have a Villeplat helmet, but we love to get one. Friday night, we're covering Basile. Do not have a gate-on helmet, but we love to get a gate-on helmet. Homecoming for the Kinder Yellow Jackets right here in front of Holden. They're taking on Iowa football team. So, battle of the Yellow Jackets, right?
That's right.
And then on our far end right there, we got Oakdale and St. Ed's. So just to be able to put these matchups on the table is the credit to these coaches out there that
That's awesome.
believe in Under the Lights.
That's right.
That give us the opportunity to represent these schools.
Is DeQuincy playing Rose Pond this week?
The Quincy and Rose Pine is on the list.
Jake had asked the question.
Yeah.
So I'll move along with headlines. Let's get this ball rolling. At any point that y'all want to jump in and talk about these headlines, y'all have all that right to do so.
Let's do it.
And your biggest headline of last week, Trey Holly
Right.
breaks the all-time rushing record, and then he gives the game ball to his mother. You saw the video?
Awesome.
That was. Yeah, that
What
was a
what
great.
an awesome moment for a great young man. The LSU commit breaks Nick Brossett's all-time rushing record. Now, Chris, I think they're going for that state title.
Oh,
They got a chance.
yeah.
I think they got that record past them. Now they're shifting gears and trying to get that bad taste out their mouth.
Yeah, 3 years in a row.
Right.
the first year you got blown out against Madison Prep,
Madison Prep.
Right.
and then last year Sterlington. That was a game.
What a game.
Trey played dang every position.
And we were in
We were there.
attendance.
Yeah.
Remember we watched that touchdown run when I think he spun off a few defenders and he took it like 50 yards.
Yeah, and then he got the free safety and did his thing and cornerback and punt return. Like
Jack
the,
of all
the
trades.
last kid, the last person. I'm not going to say a kid, but the last person that I can actually remember to do that was Kevin Falk.
Right.
You know, just give him the ball. You know, so the Trey Holly show. He still got 5 games left.
Oh, what
you-
would that number look like when he's done?
We were talking about it. I don't think that number's going to be up there. It's going to be amazing.
And
Unbelievable.
Well, he's just on every game. He's just going to keep adding on. So
right.
you might not. It's going to be a while before that record's even close.
Oh, I don't. Once he's finishing with it, I don't think anybody's going to touch it.
Yep. To answer your question to the quarterback from Abbeville in the chat, we will not be at Abbeville this week. Got Abbeville in a couple weeks from now. So keep an eye out on that. It's a huge matchup. So.
Good luck tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck, man.
How about Denham Springs? 4-0 for the first time since 1995. How about Denham Springs, ladies and gentlemen? Boy, they got a big one this week with St. Thomas More.
ooh,
Yeah, you're right. That's going to be a. Oof.
How about Logansport right here on our table tonight? They had a gold game against Mansfield this past week in honor of those students at their school that's fighting childhood cancer. What a moment.
That's amazing.
right.
As a cancer survivor, I'm gonna tell you, anytime you hear something that comes up to where they're talking about cancer, whether it's childhood cancer or regular cancer, whatever, it's all cancer. Cancer is deadly. Let's do what we can to, stomp that out of this world.
Right.
Ringgold. Anybody knows where Ringgold is?
No, Louisiana.
North Louisiana.
Up north.
They snap a 20-game losing streak with a 36-34 overtime win over Plain Dealing. Boy, to be in attendance to watch that moment happen.
Right.
That must have been great, for them. Congratulations.
Yep.
How about Parkway? Parkway's Aaron Burrow hits a 50-yard field goal as time expires to beat Hawkton 17-14. Ladies and gentlemen, what a leg.
Jordy, I watched that.
Watch that video.
I watched that video.
Right.
That would have been good from the way it looked. This is
62.
for about 60, 61 yards. It would have easily went over that
Yeah,
boy.
it cleared like about 10 more.
Oh, easy, man. I was like, oh, my
You saw that
God.
video, homie?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Just to have that type of moment and be at that type of game, what a moment.
He's going to be getting a scholarship.
Oh, definitely.
First time for Parkway.
They're going to be coming in buckets.
Yeah, first time for Parkway that they started 4-0 since 2013. So Parkway got something brewing up there.
That was the year they beat us when they had Brandon Harris at quarterback.
I think that's the year Acadiana played them in a dome, if I'm not mistaken.
Might be.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good team. Man.
So we talked about McKinley and Northside a little bit earlier. Ends in the second quarter after a brawl. North Caddo receiver. If you haven't seen this young man play football, the 5-star recruit is something special. Had 7 catches for 243 yards, 3 touchdowns against Neville, and a 98-yard kickoff return touchdown. He Mr. Do-It-All over there for North Caddo.
Did they win?
They did not win.
Oh, wow.
They went into Neville, and Neville a little too much there for even the huge night for the North Caddo receiver.
Has he committed to anywhere, or he just still waiting?
Holden would know this.
Who?
The 5-star commit from North Caddo.
Omarion Miller?
Yeah.
No, he decommitted from LSU, but he's still keeping his eyes open.
Okay. How about the next guy, Jalen Williams? Huge night, 7 touchdowns, a total of 453 all-purpose yards. It could have been more, but those yardage were from penalty yards.
Right.
So they,
My bad. I was about to show you
yeah,
that.
so they took those 6-something off of his record, and it comes down to 453 for Jalen Williams. But another huge night. Anytime you can get in the end zone, 7 touchdowns, that's a huge mark.
That's the kid
That's
from
right.
Mangum, huh?
Mangum.
Yeah.
Boy, Mangum got a big one this week with Oak Grove.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome.
I'm sorry, Omari Miller is actually committed to Nebraska.
Nebraska. There you go.
Oh, really? Wow.
Mickey
They must know something
Mickey
up
Joseph.
there.
Mickey
Mickey
Joseph.
Joseph got him a good one.
Mickey Joseph.
All right, Arch Manning went down to Manny High School this past week, and let's just say that Manny made defense was alive and full. This was his final stats. Arch Manning went 8 for 20 with 80 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Wow, that defense
That
stifled
defense
him.
is something special up there in Manny, right, Chris?
Yeah, I watched Arch play last year at LCA when they came down, and LCA shut him down. But yeah, Manny the real deal.
Yes, sir.
Most definitely.
Jonesboro Hodge scores with less than a minute remaining to walk off with a 30-26 win for their first victory of the season.
That's crazy.
Unfamiliar territory for the Hodge right now.
You're right.
They got such a talented linebacker too. That's crazy. Remember last year? Dang.
How about Catholic Point P? They honor number 60 on their football team. His Paw passed away. Before the game, they put his initials on the back of his helmet. So
That's awesome.
Vinny's always doing special things over there, and you can't say more than what a great man he is.
That's right. When you see something like that, it makes your heart melt because there's some good people in the world.
Right.
All right, how about Airline? Did you see that Airline and Benton score?
No, I did not.
Yes, you did.
Oh, did I?
70-something to 50-something.
Oh, yeah, I did see that one.
Ain't nobody want to play defense.
A basketball score. And let's talk a little bit about one of their star players that night. Daxton Chavez from Airline. Monster night. 9 receptions, 228 yards, 5 touchdowns.
Wow.
Woo! And
Jesus.
they put up 70-something. But the defense gave up 50-something. You're not supposed to win games when your defense gives up 50-something.
I wish I would have had him for fantasy football.
Wow.
Over 800 plus yardage put up
Wow.
in that game from
Well, what about the Mangum in game when he had like 7 touchdowns? The one you said earlier was that one a shootout too with Trask?
Mangum blew out Trask last
Yeah,
week.
that was
Holy
really
crap.
bad. It was really bad.
Dang.
Trash is OC left, and he's at Oak Grove now.
Okay.
I got you.
Just 39 undefeated teams remain after week 4. A lot will fall this week, but that's impressive.
Right.
5 weeks into the season, we got 39 remaining.
Right.
And after the way these coaches schedule.
That's amazing because I was looking at him earlier, and it's like, oh wow, they got this, and then you got how many undefeateds that you have playing against each other right now?
Right.
I mean, that's crazy. They had the list of it, and I was like, oh my god,
It's gonna be in half.
yeah,
this
it's
week.
gonna cut in half. So unbelievable.
Coach, you got OHS having some type of homecoming breakfast this week if you want to touch on it.
Yeah. Just to get the community and the alum that's coming out of town, want to ask questions, want to sit and talk with Coach. Fundraiser, sponsored by the Orange Club. So, what a great time to have it.
Right.
Homecoming. We on the high. 3-1, 4-1,
3-1, sir.
3-1. Football team is playing good. So, what a great time to have it.
Right.
No.
So a great moment there. Homecoming breakfast and conversation with the head football coach, Jimmy Zachary, Friday morning at 7 a.m. But Philip Levis from South Terrebonne, he will have his jersey number retired at the game this coming Friday. So South Terrebonne doing a special honor that night to retire his jersey.
Anytime you have a special athlete like that and you do something like that, that makes the town come together. It makes it real nice.
Right. A Wichita, hold on, let me correct myself before somebody corrects me in the chat. Washita,
Washita.
a Washita Christian and a Washita Parish, they meet this coming Thursday, if I'm not mistaken, yes, for the first time ever between both those programs.
Oh wow.
Washita
amazing.
Parish, a Washita Christian meet on Thursday night, and what a dandy of a matchup.
Oh man. Yeah, but Gotta watch Washita Christian. Washita Parish is probably
They're 5.
they're
right?
five. I think they're
5A
5A.
versus good old 1A.
Right. Hey, you gotta watch that. Heck, I changed my pick last week because they were telling me all kind of stuff from Kentwood. I'm like, I'm not doing
I
that
picked
again.
Kentwood last week.
I'm not doing that again.
Man.
I picked Kentwood.
And I had the rules checked. And
Who
then
they upset last week?
Walker.
Walker.
Yeah, I
And
picked
me and
Kentwood
you were
last
high on Walker.
Oh man.
Holden, I told you gotta listen to me sometimes.
I picked Walker when they played us. What you
I'm talking about Kentwood last
He
week.
didn't make picks last week.
I didn't
No, I'm
make.
just saying.
I fell asleep, so I forgot to send Jordy my picks. I had the picture, and I said, "Oh, it's too late now."
Man, that was crazy.
How about West Monroe? The game we wanted to see did not happen. They could not get it on the schedule.
Yeah.
Chris, you know what I'm talking about?
Them and Manny.
Them and Manny. They could not seal the deal on it. I'm not sure what happened with that, but West Monroe will not have a replacement game this week. Our hearts and prayers are with everyone affected from the hurricane in Florida. West Monroe was supposed to play a team out of Florida this week.
Right.
That game canceled because of the hurricane, and they could not find a replacement game. We wanted West Monroe Manny because Manny has a bye week.
South Broward was the name.
South
Yeah,
Broward,
so,
okay. So no game for West Monroe.
That
Manny
would-
will stay by.
Oh God,
That would have been a good one.
that would have been a wow game.
I think, and that's just me talking. I think it didn't happen because somebody probably wanted to play at their home stadium.
Right.
It's possible.
That's a possibility.
Not sure if Manny had some more fireworks,
I know they had a bunch last time.
but that would have been a good one. That would have been,
You try to put together that big of a matchup this late,
yeah.
and it's a lot to pull off in a little time.
Right.
Well, now they should put it on the schedule for next year
Hey,
Yeah.
put it on the schedule in the
because y'all
future.
both gonna have an open week next week.
Right.
Next year.
Everybody wants to see that matchup.
I would take off just to go watch it.
All right, the news just broke early this week, and St. Ed's has been awarded the forfeit win from Lagrange. So that game will go down as a forfeit win. St. Ed's awarded the win after officials
As they should.
issue.
Well, I mean that's only fair. I mean, I hate to say it, it shouldn't have happened.
So I seen why. Did they
So-
just forget to?
So we don't have really the official ruling on
Okay.
that, and all we were told is that was Lagrange's home game, and officials didn't show up to that Thursday night game. So
So they get
that's-
the loss.
so-
I got you.
Well, yeah,
St. Ed's awarded the win. Blue Jays moved to 3-1
Yeah.
after that,
Okay.
and that's what I have for
West Monroe to play.
headlines for this week. Did I miss anything?
Jake just said West Monroe offered to play in Manny, and Manny said no.
Jake knows everything and doesn't relay the messages.
we're gonna have to get on him for that.
Did I miss any headlines, fellas?
No, man, that's awesome. That was good ones. But man, like you said, I would have loved to seen that game. But I guess you got to look at it in Manny's. Manny's coming off of a big win. Even because in a big high profile game,
Emotional win.
an emotional win. So they just need some time to get their head,
We'll see. Yeah, we'll
right,
see.
and get everything ready for the future.
Right.
Hey,
Right.
I don't blame them either way.
Heal up.
Yep.
Rest
So-
you guys.
We shift gears if we have no more headlines.
No, we good.
Okay, we shift gears. Let's check on the rankings this coming week. Week 5 rankings is brought to you by Tiger Tales, ladies and gentlemen. Tiger Tales will bring us into our rankings this week.
My boy Daniel.
Yes, indeed. Tiger Tales, locally owned crawfish business located in Port Barry and soon to have a second location in the Sunset area. Call Daniel Francis at 337-351-1064 for bald and live crawfish when the season rolls back around. You won't be disappointed. Tell Daniel that all of his friends here at Under the Lights sent you on by. So Daniel will take us into our rankings this week. And we all have a good idea of some of these rankings, but I would like to share it with everybody watching in the chat. That's cool?
Mhm. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Gotta let them know.
Let's get it.
All right. Who is ranked number 1 heading into week 5?
In what class?
and we
Yeah.
will start in Division One Public.
Oh,
Division
Big
One
boys.
Public. It is West Ouachita.
Washita.
Ouachita.
You gonna get it right.
I'm gonna get it right before the season's over with. But another Ouachita
Yeah.
that got some good football in that area.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, up there, you right.
Division One, West Ouachita is 4-0. They're number one ranked team heading into Week 5. Division Two Public. Chris, would you like the honors?
Apples Tigers.
Your
That's
number
right.
one ranked team in Division Two with a record of 3-1 is the Opelousas Tigers. Right here, where
Right.
we're located,
Right down the street.
right down the street. Big time for that program. Chris, is this the first time in school history they've been ranked number one?
From what I gather, yes.
Wow, what a moment!
The 10-0 team that was in 92 or 93. I don't think they were number one. The quarterfinal team, the semifinal team that I was on, we wasn't. I don't think we was in the top 5.
Jeez.
Oof.
But it's great to be a Tiger this week.
Right.
Indeed,
And
my friend.
very, very proud of the Opelousas High Tigers for what they're doing. They're talk about turning some stuff around. Great job.
Right.
Division 3, your number one ranked team heading into Week 5. Who else but the Manny Tigers? 4-0. Manny still up top. You got to go knock them off their throne.
Right.
They got some.
100%.
They got some good teams in that division that might give them a run this year.
Yeah, but like I say, to be the champs, you got to beat the champs.
Thanks.
And right now, they are clicking.
Yeah, but A-Meat was the champs last year.
Yeah, you're right.
So new blood this year. Can Manny get back on top? 4-0 Division 4 Public goes to the Roos. Kentwood. And that's a big win over a 5A team last week. You got to give Kentwood that number one ranked, and they got it. 4-0 Roos back on top.
You're right.
They gained some points.
Oh, yeah.
A lot. Playing under the water tower is
Oh,
not an easy place to play.
hey.
How about your private school brackets here? Because you only got 8 brackets this year. 1 trim down. We used to have 9. And it will be Division 1. The big boys goes to Bird. 4-0. Division 1, number one ranked team, Bird. Big win over their rival, Captain Shreve, last week. And they have the top spot this week in a loaded bracket. Right, Chris?
I with the rules, they number one, but we all know who should be there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The university.
University. Division 2, number one ranked team in the state, Turlings Rebels. What a season the Rebels are having over there at Turlings. They're 4-0. They're
Keep-
the number one ranked team in Division 2.
Keep winning, Turlins. Keep
Yeah.
winning.
Keep winning. That's going to help y'all a lot,
Yeah,
right?
that helps y'all, man.
Keep
That's
winning,
good.
Division 3, coming in with a record at 2-2. Your number one ranked team this week is St. Charles. You go off of PowerPoints they've played, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Not often you see 2-2 ranked number one here in Week 5, but it's the St. Charles Comets. In Division 4, 4-0 goes to St. Martin's. So St. Martin's, back-to-back weeks, they're on top. All right, want to check out our locals? Our locals in Division 1. Ready for this?
Yeah, let's
Here you
do
go. Number 2 ranked in Division 1 for public goes to Westgate. So Westgate right on West Ouachita's tail.
it. Right.
Good team.
Number 4 ranked Southside. The Sharks making huge headlines every week. After they took down the Crow a couple weeks, all they did since then has been dominate win.
Right.
So Southside trying to put their name into contention at number 4 right now. But you can't sleep on the defending state champs. They're at 7 right now, and that is Zachary.
I wouldn't want to play Zachary right now.
Walker's at 8. Denham Springs 4-0. Big test for Denham Springs this week. If they can knock off St. Thomas More at St. Thomas More, we know this Denham Springs team is different.
That's gonna be
You're right.
tough.
So they're at 9 this week, and New Iberia Senior High is at 22. So that is your Division 1 rankings this week. Division 2, your number 1 ranked team in the state of Louisiana goes to Opelousas High.
Go
Yeah.
Tigers.
Number 3 ranked team in the state of Louisiana. How about the Abbeville Wildcats?
Right on.
Number 5 ranked team in the state is Church Point.
The Bears.
Number 6, West Feliciana. Number 7, Iowa. Number 11, Bruley. Number 14, St. Martinville. Number 15, Cecilia. Number 18, Kaplan. And number 19, Eunice. 20, North Vermilion. 22, ERAF. And 24, Northwest. Boy, that's going to be a fun playoffs also.
Wow. That's
You,
gonna be
you know what's a scary team that doesn't get talked about in the Division Two? West Feliciana.
yeah.
West Feliciana
that
playing
tight end?
some darn good ball.
Yeah.
And you got the wrong Feliciana holding.
Oh, that's
It's
east.
east.
That's
It's
east.
east.
East. My bad.
They're ranked pretty high themselves in Division 4.
Mm-hmm.
Division 2 rankings. Division 3 rankings coming into week 5. How about Avoyos at number 2? So right on Manny's tail. They're trying to set that semifinal matchup back up.
Yeah.
What a dandy that was last year. Westlake at 12, Port Allen 13, Kinder right here at 16, Lowerville 19, Patterson 23. Are you surprised by that Patterson ranking right there, Chris? The way they've been playing this year.
Nah, they've been playing some good ball.
Yeah.
They've been playing some good ball.
27 is Mamu and 28 is Vinton. Once again, you cut it off right there at 28 because only 28 get into the playoffs this year for public, 24 for private. So keep a close eye if your favorite teams are on the bubble.
Right.
Division 4, Basile Bearcats coming in ranked number 4 in the state.
That's it.
Jeanerette, number 9. They're playing some good ball. Oakdale, big test for Oakdale this week as they welcome in St. Ed's. Can't wait to see how
Yeah.
that outcome is.
Good luck, Mikey.
Welsh coming in at 11. You know the Greyhounds have been putting up some points this year.
Yes, they have. And rolling.
Delcom at 12. Delcom playing some good football also. Lake Arthur at 13. East Beauregard 14. Grand Lake, a surprise 15 right there. The way they played the last few weeks. But it goes back to strength of schedule here
Right.
with power rankings. So they're handling business. But where they sit at right now is not where they want to be.
Yeah, that's what matters. The power. Rank.
Yeah, you got to set you got to schedule your higher opponent, your tougher opponents. You got to start doing that.
Yes. Franklin at 17 and Oberlin at 19. Gaydon 25 and Elton 26. So that would be a big representation of Division 4 if we had all those teams in this week
Yeah,
to the
it would be.
playoffs.
But all of that's going to
all
be
gonna change.
scrambled up every week. It's going to change.
Right, my friend. How about private school Division 1, the big boys? Catholic of Baton Rouge comes in at 2. Karen Crow at 8. Acadiana at 9. Scotlandville at 14. Woodlawn at 16. And Lafayette at 20. This is our locals.
That crazy. Acadians at 9.
Where's
Yeah.
Where's Karen Crew?
Karen Crow's at 8.
Okay.
Man, that's going to be awesome.
Who's their lost to? LCA, right?
Yes.
And they've been rolling everybody, right, since then. And they're,
Yeah, it hasn't helped the teams they've played since LCA.
Yeah.
man.
Back to that strength of schedule, right?
And
Right.
They got to play each other too.
Yeah, Karen Crow, Acadiana, and I think it's week 10.
Mm-hmm.
Where's it? I
And
wonder where it's at.
Southside.
And Southside.
yeah.
Yes.
That's a sneaky team, man. They
Yeah.
always win up. Like every year, I've noticed they always have that one big upset. They always make.
Southside's they're improving. They're getting to the point to where they're going to be recognized. Coach Fontenot over there is doing an awesome job.
Mm-hmm.
They got a 9-team district.
Yeah. That's
That's
crazy,
what we
man.
said. There's teams going into their 3rd district game, and y'all still 2 weeks away from y'all first
Yeah.
district
There's a
game.
9,
Yeah, yeah.
nine.
That's the Acadiana district.
Yeah, the Acadiana district has 9 teams in their district.
So sometimes they don't even play each other, right? Or
They
it's
started,
just a
they
straight
started
district.
week 2
Week 2.
of district.
Oh my god,
Acadiana played LCA, and then they went into district week 2.
dude, that's crazy.
Oh, it's
Gary, we talked about this St. Louis football team last week.
Mm-hmm.
We said they're a really good football team.
Mm-hmm.
yes, they are.
Let me list you what's in Division 2 ahead of them right now because St. Louis is at 11. That's where they're
Yeah.
ranked.
Wow.
Okay, so listen to this list of locals we have in Division 2. Turlings, number 1. LCA, number 3. St. Thomas More, 4. And Madison Prep at 6.
Okay.
And where's St. Louis?
11.
11. Oh my God.
That's a fun playoffs also.
Oh wow.
How about Division 3 private? Notre Dame at 2. Episcopal 6, ULAB at 7, Parkview 9, Lake Charles College at 17, Ascension Episcopal 19, Catholic New Iberia is at 24. They're on the verge. Got to get something going. You don't want to be on that bubble.
Oh.
And some good 1A football here in Division 4. Hanson Memorial. Big things coming from that Hanson Memorial football team this year. They're ranked number 3 right now.
Wow.
Sacred Heart's at 6. 2 undefeated teams back-to-back there. How about Vermilion Catholic? We thought this is a team that deserved to be ranked number 1 right now in the state, and they're ranked 7 coming into this week.
Wow.
Didn't they have a signature win last week?
They shutouts. ERAF.
Dude, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Yep. Central Catholic 11, Southern Lab at 13. St. Ed's at 14, Catholic Appointee at 15. Somebody's not helping Southern Lab right now in their non-district schedule with their rankings. So that's why you see the Lab at 13.
Wow.
You know what game I like to see? Turlins versus VC.
BC and Turlins.
That would be interesting.
Straight defense versus offense.
As we shift gears, we go to the playoffs. Who would miss the playoffs? But before we can get to that, we take another look at one of our sponsors. And this time, it's the Paint Guys. They are a local professional painting company that provides commercial and residential painting. They paint metal roofs, metal buildings, homes, businesses. They also install and restore Tongue and Grove. Give them a call at 337-352-0308. Tell them that UTL sent you on by. Gary, Chris, Holden, who would miss the playoffs just for fun right now if it started today? Let's take a look at it. Division I Public, Sam Houston, Live Oak, Sulphur, Barb would all be on the outs.
Oh, wow.
Jeez.
That's crazy.
Division 2, we're going to ramp it up here. Iota, Crawley, Rain, Brobridge, Jennings, Livonia, and Beauchamp would all miss the playoffs right now. Some big names there.
Iota's the one that surprises me.
Yeah.
Right. That's, oh, man.
And
That's
Jennings is freaking
They're going.
two or 3 years away from playing in that state title game.
Right.
Well, remember, though, they lost the brothers.
Oh, yeah.
ETN brothers.
And he's playing.
Yeah.
Division 3, ladies and gentlemen, Marksville, West St. Mary, South Beauregard, Ville Platte, Pine Prairie, DeQuincy, and Point Barry would all miss if it started today. Division 4 is North Central. North Central 2-2 in the year, but still on the outs right now. They have to get some power points along the way.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Division 1 for private. You want a big shocker? Edna Carr wouldn't make the playoffs if it started today.
Yep.
Yeah, with those.
I think it changes big time before it's over with, but
It's definitely going to change.
Oh, yeah.
but those 3 forfeits has the Cougars on the outside looking in right now.
No. By the end of the year, that'll be far from over.
Is
you
it
know.
bad that if my school, Fountain Blue, was playing Carr and I would go sit on the Carr sideline? That's how I love that school.
Oh, I'd probably be sitting right next to you, buddy.
John Ehret and Como also in that Division 1 bracket would miss. Division 2, Northside and Washington Marion would miss. Division 3, Bunkie would miss. Division 4, it will be Westminster, Opelousas Catholic, and Hamilton Christian, all on the outs right now. So
Really?
Wow. Got to get it together.
got to get it going. District play right around the corner because 2 of those teams there play in a really good district, so they're going to get power points.
Will we in, Jordy? Week 5?
Week 5.
So you can't, I mean, bro, you're at the halfway point. It's not like you can just say, oh, okay, well, no, bro. We get the halfway point, man. You
Right.
got to start turning it around.
Yeah, we're going to see some interesting pushes for the playoffs, some interesting pushes for district championships. And like we said last week, teams will start separating themselves of who's for real and who will be pushing for that state title. So we'll keep an eye out on that moving forward. So anything that from the rankings and the playoffs that y'all would like to discuss before we move forward?
Well, we talked about this a while back. With the new system that they have, you're not going to get an idea of who's going to be in the playoffs until week 8, 9, or eight,
Right.
9, or even 10.
Right.
You know, we have no idea. This is crazy. I mean, but hey, I like it. I
And-
won't lie to you. I like it.
And if you're at the bottom, you know you got week 8, week 9, you got to play.
Oh, most definitely.
Yes, indeed, my friend. All right, it's that time we shift gears. We head to our game picks for week 5. I know everyone's been waiting for it. Our guest picker is ready. Holton's back. He's ready. Keith in the back is ready. And myself and Gary, we're not ready because we might have to turn on some teams that we love tonight.
I know it. I hate to say it, but I may have to.
Right.
Don't go with your heart.
It never gets easy when you're making these picks, especially after the way teams have played these first 4 weeks. So we will get to that, but before we get to that, our games picks for this week is brought to you by Whip Sprints and also Leger's Polish Shop. We'll start with Whips. He is our player of the game sponsor, and he's bringing you the game picks this week. Whip Sprints, custom apparel, substrate designs. Owner Kenneth Whip Beverly is located in Abbeville and Crowley, Louisiana with all your heat transfer, sublimation, shirt design needs. You can follow him on Facebook or Instagram. Give him a call at 337-581-6631. Tell Mr. Whip that his friends over here at Under the Lights sent you on by. Gary, we saw Mr. Whip at the Beauchamp and Abbeville game on Friday. He came, say hello, talked a little football with us in the press box. Great man there. He got something brewing over there for sure.
Man, very, very good man. First time I got to meet him in person. And I'm going to tell you, great guy, does some great work out there, has, sponsors our Player of the Game awards and all that. It was very nice to see somebody come out and do things for the kids.
Yes.
You know, and he was a very, very humble guy, and I enjoyed talking to him.
Yes. How about Leger's Polish Shop, our next sponsor bringing us into game picks this week? Purrier of fine polished goods. Contact Darren Leger at 337-517-8686 for all your carports, accessories, restoration, and aluminum, stainless steel, copper, and brass. Tell them that UTL sent you on by. They are located in Abbeville, Louisiana. All right. Any final things we have before we get into some of these game picks? Or are y'all just ready to pick?
Let's get into
I just want to say, so you know how on Facebook it says Facebook memories? I had one pop up the other day. Whenever we first started this, we was in backyards. Now look at it.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, you got to start somewhere, right?
Yeah.
No, it's just crazy, you know?
Yep.
I think I was watching y'all in the backyard too.
Just in what? That's in 2 years. We went from that to this. I mean, it's pretty cool.
Year 4.
Four?
We're in
Oh,
year
dang.
It's been 4 years already.
I don't even feel like it.
It doesn't. Thursday night football, ladies and gentlemen. Here are the rules. If you would like to follow along with everyone in the table here, you can do that. You can follow along in the chat. Put your picks in the chat. So we're gonna announce the games. We're gonna announce their records, and then all you do is just tell us who you think is gonna win. Follow along. See how you did come Friday nights. Mr. Chris will not be making picks in the chat tonight, so that's depressing. We lose one of our friends in the chat, but we gain him on the panel
set.
tonight, so it's just that more special of a picks week. Chris, you excited?
Oh yeah, man.
Let's get the ball rolling. You got first stabs at these games.
All right, let's go.
We start off, ladies and gentlemen, with 2-1 Mamu. They're going to hit the road. They're going to go down and take on the undefeated 4-0 Battling Bears from Church Point. Can the Bears get it done and make it 5-0? Is that three-headed monster just too much for the Demons this week? Chris, talk to us.
Way too much. I got Church Point. I like what they doing over there. They gonna pound it all game long. You gotta stop it.
I got to agree with that, man. Church Point's going to be too much.
Oh,
Church Point.
yeah, it's going to be across the board. Church Point, we said they lost a lot on defense, but they didn't lose much on offense. Boy, they're going to put up
God.
some points this week. So give me the Bears.
So Jordy went with Mamu. All right.
Coach Arsenault said no matter what, if they score one more point than the other team, they win. So
Yes.
he ain't worried about it.
Your next matchup, undefeated Sacred Heart Trojans hitting the road, going down to Caldwell Parish. Caldwell Parish looking for their first win of the season. They welcome in experienced and excited Trojan football team that's just clicking on all cylinders right now. We thought this was a rebuilding year for the Trojans, and all the Trojans have done have put up a 4-0 start. Trojans looking like last year's Trojans.
Right. Most definitely.
Give them 5-0. I'm gonna go with the
Yeah.
Trojans this week.
Myself.
Sacred Heart.
That's going to be 4 across the board. Trojans make it 5-0, and they're riding high, getting ready to go into district play. How about 0-4 West St. Mary at 3-1 Abbeville Wildcats? When you talk about the Abbeville Wildcats, you think about a certain few individuals that can definitely break out at any moment, Gary. If
You're
they
right.
touch the football, they can go at any moment. We wanted to see Abbeville get their offense rolling because we know what type of defense they have over there. It's really good. But could they get their offense rolling last week? And they did. And they go in this week, I think they roll big at home.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's. I'm with you on that. I think it's going to be one-sided. I'm going Abbeville.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Abbeville too.
Yeah, I'm going Abbeville also.
Abbeville is one Hail Mary away from being 4-0 right now.
Correct, man.
Next matchup, it is 3-1 Oberlin at 0-4 Helmington Christian. Can Helmington Christian somehow, some way, knock off Oberlin at home? Is home field gonna be that extra oomph that they need to just finally get that first win of the season?
Nope.
Nope. I'm with you. Nope.
That was quick.
Not going to happen.
Chris says Oberlin. Gary says Oberlin. Holden says
Oberlin.
Oberlin, and it's going to be another across the board, ladies and gentlemen. Oberlin Tigers, they're trying to stay. I guess you could stay undefeated in district here,
Right.
Yeah.
and it might set up a huge matchup in a couple of weeks with a little somebody that's on this table. So we'll see, and for where this district race plays out, but it's going to be across the board. How about Holy Savior Menard coming in 1-3? They're going to hit the road Thursday night football this week and take on 1-3 Opelousas Catholic. But you look at Opelousas Catholic, and then you look at them. They played Oak Grove, they played Southern Lab, and then their third loss. Who he came to? Gary?
I'm not.
Chris?
I don't know.
Oh, I got it. It's Ascension Catholic.
Yeah, okay.
A shootout there for sure. So Opelousas Catholic trying to turn the season around, and they played some really tough competition out the gate. So can they get a home win here on Thursday night?
Yeah. I think they just need to keep feeding Christian Brown the ball. He is that dynamic.
Right.
Wow, what a player! I
Right.
saw him. I saw him in person at
He,
the Poohberry game, and I saw him a little bit last year.
One of the
Right.
one of the kids that came out of our youth program. He's one of them. You just got to keep feeding him the ball. You know, if you want your chances to win, he's that. And he gets on defense and make plays on defense.
I agree. I think the home field advantage is going to, keep them going, and I think it's going to give them the edge.
Oh, yeah. OC.
Holden, you got a brother actually on the football team, don't you?
Yep.
And what number is he? 35, if I'm not mistaken.
Honestly, I'm really not sure.
Christian Lee?
Christian.
Christian Lee. So shout out to Christian Lee from one of his brothers here on the panel. So I'm going OC also. Chris, I think they get it going big in this one.
Yeah.
I think so, too.
I think they turn it around this week and they start roll into district play with a big win.
OC's battle tested already, yo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And they had a chance to win last week against a good team, so
Yeah.
they'll be all right.
Your next matchup, it takes 4-0 Grand Lake down to 2-2 East Beauregard. You talk about a Grand Lake football team that put all of us on notice last week when we picked Oakdale.
You're right.
This
Yeah.
Grand Lake football team, they getting it done on defense. They're getting it done in their offense. So you can't knock them from the way they played these 4 weeks. But you got East Bow. They got a really good fullback over there that they feed and they feed and they feed over there with Hildreth. So can this East Bow team spoil the party this week? It's going to be interesting, but I think Grand Lake might be a little too much, Gary.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I think I'm going to go Grand Lake. Mindy's going with East Bow.
Chris,
Oh
how
my
you like
gosh.
it? What you like, Chris?
I like Grand Lake. They showed me something when they played Oakdale, and it was a good game.
Yeah, it
so
was.
Yeah, they won, what, 26-20?
2026, 26-20 in overtime.
Yeah, dang, y'all, I think that's, what, 4 consecutive games we all went?
Hey, we can
Yeah.
either all be 0-4,
yeah.
we
Grand
can all
Lake.
be 4-0. It could be something, but keep an eye out on that Hildreth fullback. He's going to definitely get his touches on that contest there. Could they spoil the party at home? It can happen. But I got to go Grand Lake with the way they've been playing lately.
Right.
Your next matchup is the battle between Ville Platte Bulldogs and the Pine Prairie Panthers. Both teams searching for their first win of the season. Something's got to happen on Thursday. Somebody's going to get that one in the win column, and it will be brought to you by Under the Lights that night. We're going to bring you a live play-by-play. So if you ain't got nothing else going on Thursday night, if you're not going to see one of those exciting games in the state of Louisiana, if you just want to kick back on the couch and watch some football, we'll bring you Ville Platte and Pine Prairie. Start us off, Mr. Chris.
where they playing at?
You're going to play at Pine Prairie.
Who Pine Prairie played last week?
Church Point.
It was a blowout.
50-something to 12, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm gonna go with Pine Prairie only because it's at home.
Okay.
Yeah. I think the same thing. Just home field is going to give them the little edge.
Holden?
I'm rolling with Ville Platte. They actually they've competed in a lot of their games they've played. So I'm rolling with Ville Platte this week.
That's where you lose, buddy.
How much you want to bet?
I'm going to roll with Ville Platte myself, Mr. Swallow. I think
They have athletes.
Coach Doug over there puts a good game plan together, and the athletes will shine in this one, in my opinion. So we'll see.
Should be interesting.
Both teams searching for their first win. I think it's Ville Platte that breaks that streak.
That's a district game too.
District game.
Yeah.
And Ville Platte has they had the longest losing streak in the state now, huh?
I don't know who has it now. Coach Doug Guillory's over there at Ville Platte now. Next up, how about – go ahead, Gary, you say it.
Washita Christian.
Ouachita Christian and Ouachita
Ouachita.
Parish meeting for the first time ever. And these two teams might be not even need a bus to get to their campuses.
Right. They're not that far from each other.
So
They're in Monroe, West Monroe.
there you
That's
go.
Washita, which is right below. I'm not sure exactly where their campuses are.
4-0 Ouachita Christian versus 1-3 Ouachita Parish. This is 5A. This is 1A. But you can throw that out the window because you know Ouachita Christian is going to get up for this game.
Oh, my God.
You got a really good tailback over there at Parish. You got a really good offense over there at Christian. So who's going to play enough defense in this one to win this one?
And Parish is in 5A, right?
Yes.
Right.
With that district with Ruston and
Correct.
it was pretty good last year. I'm gonna go with Christian.
You like Christian on the road?
Yeah.
Gary?
Man, I got to give it edge. I'm going with Washita Christian. I got to. I mean, that's just something about that team that just they win.
Yeah, they you just said it. You hit it right on the head on the nail. They just win, Gary.
Yeah, they win. They just
You
win.
know what's crazy? They beat Neville. That was their only win of the year so far. First week.
Right.
And we watched that game live right
Who?
here before we went start.
Washita Parish.
Washita Parish
beat
beat Neville. Yeah.
First game of the year, 43-29.
Can I make my switch?
But it's what happened after that, though.
Yeah, after
that's,
that, they went.
That's what I wonder if
But who they played?
They play some good competition.
they
though.
played.
I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna go to Washita Parish.
Hey, we got to switch. Holden?
And that's how I'm going to get him his loss. Give me the Parish, baby.
He just
They
switched.
just switched.
Oh, no.
just switched
No,
to
give me
Parish.
Washita Christian.
Okay. I got to roll with Parrish with that offensive line. I think they might win this time of possession, and it should be in hostile environment. I think they feed off the energy from their home crowd. I think Parrish just makes one or two more plays late in that one, and it might wear down Christian.
Possible.
Uh-oh.
Anything's possible.
Oh, I hear it. You know, one reason why I like Ouachita Parish too? They beat Oak Grove. That's impressive. That's the only loss Oak Grove has this year.
Okay. So we have a split.
Who went with the Parish? Christian.
You and Gary.
Good choice, Gary.
All right, 4-0 Kentwood at 3-1 a meet.
Ooh.
Boy, what a matchup. You got the Roos, you got the Warriors. Both teams familiar with state titles for their program. Roos, Warriors, a lot of good football players on both teams, a lot of good offense and a lot of good defense. Who's going to win the trenches in this one is going to be my topic, because you know they're explosive in the pass game.
Right.
Who's the home team?
A meet.
They meet.
It's a tough pick. I ain't gonna
That
lie.
is.
That's a really tough pick. Kentwood comes off of knocking off 5A Walker last week. A Meat's only loss this season was first week against Hammond. So
Hammond's undefeated.
they didn't made it 3 in a row. So you got a really good 4-0 Kentwood team. You got a really good 3-1 A Meat team. So
That's a far drive too, huh?
Nah, it's
No, it's not.
Amy,
not about-
not far.
no, not even 20 miles, I don't think. You're right down the
Amy,
street.
yeah.
Maybe 15.
Yeah.
Man, I like Kentwood.
I do too.
I
I
do.
like the rules.
I like them. But they meet at home is tough.
A Meat at home is tough.
I'm gonna go with the home field. That's the only reason, the home field.
Man, I don't like picking against Kentwood. If that
It
if they
burnt
were-
you last week,
they
Gary.
did. If they
Don't
were
let
at
it burn you
home-
2 weeks in a row,
Oh
Gary.
God, man.
Come on.
Hell, let's go with Kentwood.
The rules.
Let's
it
do the
is.
rules.
All right.
I think that's going to be a crazy game.
Holden?
I'm rolling with a meat this week.
I see what you're doing, Holden.
I picked against you last game.
Yeah, I got to roll with A Meat. Also, I think the home field and that energy from the crowd could be the difference, because it might take a turnover at the end.
That's the only reason why I'm picking. If this is at Kenwood, I'm picking Kenwood all
Yeah.
day.
Oh, yeah, easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why I'm picking a meat.
Like Gary said, the water tower.
Under the water tower. It's hard to win under the water tower, dude.
All right, Friday Night Football, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to start things off. Port Barry welcoming in Northwest for homecoming. And we will see how this one will shape up. But you got to think, too much speed and too much strength from that Northwest football team. Raiders probably will roll in this one.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want them to, but guess what? They gonna.
Like you said, you gotta go with your mind.
Yeah, not your heart.
Yeah. I think Chris get it rolling this week after that tough one last week.
Yes. And you look at that fullback that they got, boy, what a bruiser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got some talent over there, man. So I'm going with Northwest this week.
I agree.
All the way across.
Holden?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Holden said Port Barry. Huh?
Raiders get back in the we're off. Headsets went off.
Mine's on.
Mine's on.
Mine on.
I'm off.
You still on?
Did you kick the thing? Did it unplug? Hello.
Jordan's is on.
Can everybody still hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
You're good.
Okay. We'll throw this down until we get it back up running. Next up, how about Lake Arthur? 2-2 in the year, gonna take on a winless Pickering football team, and watch out now, everybody. Keep them came into the window.
Yeah. He checking on the wires.
So Lake Arthur and Pickering meet this week, and I gotta say, Lake Arthur in this contest. Hello, Got it.
Yep.
All right, Lake Arthur, Pickering. Chris, talk about it.
What happened to Pickering, man? It was pretty good a few years back, but Lake Arthur. I don't really too much know about Pickering, but you know, you got Lake Arthur and they rolling and they winning some good games. So I'm gonna go with Lake Arthur.
Yeah, Gary.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Lake Arthur also.
Yeah, Holden. I think Lake Arthur wins this one big.
Yep.
I think,
Shout out to Wee, our boy.
They,
Is Wee position coach over there?
Yeah, Jake.
I'm just a bystander. I don't really know.
I just always see him coaching.
Lake Arthur, big on the road at Pickering. Next up, Eunice is 2-2 in the year. They're gonna take on a winless Catholic at New Iberia team. Are we all in favor for the Bobcats going on the road in this one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going with the Bobcats.
Eunice.
The way the Bobcats played last week, you gotta go with Eunice.
Most definitely.
Got a winless Lagrange hitting the road, taking on a 2-2 North Vermilion. I tell you what, this North Vermilion football team is surprising people week in and week out.
I'm gonna go with North Vermilion on this one.
I've been rolling with him a lot lately.
Yeah, I like North Vermilion.
Yeah, North Vermilion
Yeah.
playing better ball than what we're giving them credit for. The record does not define the team. North Vermilion at home, they're going to pick up that third win of the season, right?
I think so.
Yeah,
I think
after
so.
what I seen what they did to Laurelville, I'm going with North Vermilion.
Right.
Got to update some games here. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, how about the Quincy Tigers hitting the road, take on 3-1 Rose Pine? Talking about Rose Pine, we looked at this team last year and the run that they made. Already out to a 3-1 start this year. Only lost this year a thriller at Kinder. Rose Pine at home against the Quincy team that's struggling. I got to go with Rose Pine. I got to go with the Eagles.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rose Pine with the win.
Jake, I'm sorry, but yeah, I got to go with him.
Dude, I'm not used to seeing DeQuincy.
Shocked.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. Rose Pine. I'm sorry, Jake.
This next game, will this score be closer than what a lot of people think? Because Jennings, unfamiliar territory at 0-4. Do we throw that out the window and we say Jennings Iota is going to be a 4-quarter war here? Or do we say this is just one of those down years for the Bulldogs?
Which Bulldog?
Yeah,
Jennings.
I-
Iota tough to beat at home.
Yeah.
We know that.
Yeah.
But Jennings, they can always throw a wrench into the puddle.
Oh.
It's tough to beat Iota at Iota.
Right.
So I'm gonna roll with Iota.
Good pick, my friend.
Yeah, I'm doing it too. I got to go with Iota. I think it's going to be close, and I think the second half, Iota's going to pull away.
Yeah, I think Iota goes for 3 in a row right here.
And I agree with that. I think the Bulldogs of Iota at home gets a big win against a really good football team that might be the best 0-4 team in the state.
Correct.
We'll see. Eunice is playing Catholic in New Iberia, and Jake is all over the place tonight. He must be drinking some good stuff.
Jake taking my place in the chat.
Go ahead, Jake. Keep it going, buddy.
1-3 Beauchamp hitting the road, takes on 2-2 Kaplan Pirates. Ladies and gentlemen, the Campisi show down there at Kaplan High. You look at that fullback over there and what he's done these last 2 weeks with the numbers that we've seen, Gary
Right.
Swallow. And if I'm not mistaken, he may lead the area in rushing yards in that Acadian area. So I'll let y'all talk about it. It might be Kaplan's homecoming.
I think the you say leading rushing yards. I
Right.
think it's the kids from St. Ed, Kevon Johnson. But I'm gonna go with Kaplan on this win.
I think I got to go with Kaplan on this also. As much as we talked about, Beauchamp is just, man, they're just banged up so bad right now and so young. So, I got to go with Kaplan. Holden?
Oh, I'm going with Kaplan.
Where did I see that earlier? The list of teams. Yeah, it's going to be Kaplan across the board. Next up, you have 1-3 Crawley at 1-3 Rain. Crawley's been in some good ones these last few weeks. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Can Rain shake back the loss last week and get things rolling? And that's not what I'm.
Who Rain lost to
I'm just
last
showing.
week?
They lost to Kaplan. So I was looking at the Vermilion Parish stats leaders, Chris.
Right.
So that area, he does lead that area for Vermilion Parish. 136 carries, 771 on the ground, and 6 touchdowns. So that's,
Toting it thing.
that's what I was saying. That's why I said it's the Compassi show over there at Kaplan. He leads the Vermilion Parish area.
So this Rain and Crowley matchup, they both 1-3.
Both 1-3.
1-3, my friend.
They both separate each other from 5 miles.
Pretty much.
Who's the home team?
Home team is Rain.
Rain.
But Kaplan went into Rain last week and put it down on them. So does the home field really matter?
Not when you're in a rivalry game with Kaplan and Crowley and Rain. So I'm gonna go with Rain.
Good pick. I think Crawley keeps it close, but I got to go with Rain myself.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'm going with Rain also.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I'd like to shift gears and say it is that time of the week. Holly's lock of the week, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, indeed. Holly is 3-1 on the season for locks of the week.
What loss it was?
It was Northwestern Crawley, 21-20
Yeah,
final
that was a-
score.
That was a good game.
Holly's lock of the week this week brought to you by Under the Lights itself. Who is it? Keith, you have the honors. Holly is 3-1 on the season. Can she make it 4-1? We'll put that on the screen and give you Holly's lock of the week. Holly's lock of the week, ladies and gentlemen. Karen Crow over New Iberia. You like it, Chris?
Holly's smart.
Holly's smart.
She's a smart lady.
Holly said this. She said, I'm going to finish this year 14-1 with locks of the week. I said, okay now.
Whatever you say.
All right now. I like it. So Karen Crow over New Iberia this week is Holly's lock of the week. And guess what? I'm rolling with Holly.
I'm rolling with her too, man.
And she can only pick that team
Once.
Once.
Right.
Yeah.
Even if that team plays in that. Because I'm saying it because we have New Iberia next weekend.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
So she
Well, she can only pick the
she
Crow.
can only pick the Crow.
Right. She can only pick the Crow.
Yes.
All right, okay.
But Nish is wide open.
Yeah.
Troy said too easy. Hey, we never know with high school football, Troy.
Yeah, you
you're
never
right.
know. You will never know.
Next up, how about 3-1 Patterson at 1-3 Franklin? Throw the records out the window right now. You're talking about two teams that might not like each other. Is these next two? Am I correct?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Patterson, one of the state's leading passers and maybe receivers right now at Patterson. They got a hell of a quarterback.
They pretty good.
Oh yes,
They pretty good. And
it'd be tough to go in there and beat Franklin at home.
I'm going with Patterson.
Me too.
Yeah, they battle tested.
And I don't know if y'all noticed, Patterson actually has the number 1 receiver right now. in the
And
state.
quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has 10 touchdowns, the receiver. But I'm rolling with Patterson.
Yeah, Patterson,
Patterson.
On the road. Franklin, they're gonna get up for this game, but I think Patterson too strong, too explosive on the road. Give me the Lumberjacks.
You're right.
Did they get a new field too, Jordy? Patterson? Or it was...
I think that was Lauraville.
I thought it was Patterson.
1-3 Como hitting the road to take on a 3-1 Acadiana Wrecking Rams. Fear to veer.
Fear the veer. It's going to be bad.
Yeah, they clicking, man. They pissed from week 1.
Oh, yeah. They haven't gotten over that week 1 thing.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah.
fear to veer full force this week. All they doing is shifting gears from week 1, and they are starting to roll. I know they got some big matchups later on down in the season, but for this week, Como is the next victim for the Rams.
Part of that 9-team district.
Right.
Next up, it is Maryville against Elton. Elton comes in 3-1 on the year. Only lone loss came to Bass Hill last week. Maryville trying to get back into this district race. But now you look at it, and you have this Indian football team just playing really good football the first 4 weeks now, okay?
Right.
So, are you going to roll with Elton at home, or can Maryville come on the road and just spoil the party?
Man. I got to say, I think Elton's going to rebound. I mean, that game last week was, that was a tough loss for them. But, man, I think they're going to come back. I think they're going to handle their business.
Yeah, they're going to be all right. They're going to bounce back. So, I'm going with Elton with the win.
Elton.
Yeah, I gotta say Elton at home bounces back in a big way this week. So, give me the Indians.
We got to start disagreeing on some of these.
Oh, it's coming.
I know. Don't worry. That's later on. That's down toward the bottom.
I set up the bottom to be a wild finish. St. Louis versus South Beauregard. It's South Beauregard's homecoming, but I really don't think it matters. The way I watched this St. Louis team play last week, give me the Saints on the road. They're going to be 4-1 after this week.
Yeah.
I think so, too.
Yeah, I agree.
One of the best teams in that district.
They're playing some good ball, man.
Yeah.
Can North Central have a 3-game winning streak for the first time? And I don't know, it might be school history, Chris.
Definitely a school.
It's their 2-2. They finally have to hit the road and go take on a 1-3 Northwood. We know they like playing at home, but can they get it done on the road? Have not won on the road in a very long time.
Northwood. Where is Northwood?
What size are they, Jordy?
1A football.
Northwood?
Northwood's 1A
Yes.
also.
So Division 4 here for both of them.
And what's Northwood's record?
1-3.
They have 2 wins.
Who they beat? Joe?
So you might be looking at the Jamboree.
Who they beat, Holden?
It says they beat Airline 35-28 and Wassman 35-0.
I'm going with Northwood.
You're looking at the wrong.
The wrong
Northwood.
Northwood.
Yeah, no,
You're looking at
Northwood.
the big dogs.
That's the wrong Northwood.
Yes, this is that's Northwood of Shreveport. You're looking at.
Yeah. Yeah, I was getting ready to say, no, that ain't the
I'll
same
say,
one.
I want to give North Central another chance.
Yes.
You giving it to him?
I gotta see with Northwood.
Okay. I picked Ascension Christian last week, and it burnt me.
Oh, is this them, Jordy? Northwood Gators?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it burnt me, Gary, and I just can't pick against Carruth again this week. He rallies the troops. They go on the road, and they pull off a close victory.
Yeah, I'm rolling with North Central, y'all. I really think they can do it.
What is like, Holden?
Holding all of it hostage
information.
over here.
Who they want? Who
Northwood?
yeah. Who
they
they
beat?
lost to?
They played Ringgold, won 38-0. Then they played Eldon, lost 49-6. Lost to Lakeview, 38-6, and lost to Beekman, 44-0.
I'm going with North Central.
So, I'll give North Central.
I'm going with North Central.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with North Central.
He done changed it.
Come on, don't let us down.
Come on,
Oh, yeah.
Hurricanes. All right, your next matchup, 1-3 Westminster heads down to 3-1 Delcom. Westminster, big homecoming win last week. Can that be the fuel to the fire that gets the Crusaders?
I mean, 1-3.
1-3
Yeah,
Westminster.
that's what I said.
You said
1-3
three
Westminster,
you said-
3-1 Delcom.
3-1 Delcom, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going with Delcom.
So Delcom, Westminster. Delcom welcomes in Westminster for homecoming night. I think they just got too much thrown against them in this one. Delcom actually playing some good football here out the start.
Lately, yeah.
So give me Delcom at home. Big homecoming night for them. I think that's going to be the big difference here.
I just want to say I'm a part of their winning streak because when I pick against them, they win. Some of the fans, they messaged me saying thank you. But this week I'm rolling with Delcom.
Yeah, I got to go with Delcom too. I think they're gonna be too strong for Westminster.
Westminster, a young team, man.
Right.
They gonna be all right.
How about 2-2 ERAF at 1-2 Vinton? Will this game even play? That's still yet to be determined. I don't know if a lot of people knows what's going on down there, but we'll see. But for now, give me the Bobcats. ERAF.
I'm going with ERAF too.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with ERAD. I don't know what's really going on in Vinton, but
ERAF.
ERAD.
How about St. Martinville and Lafayette? Is this Lafayette's year where they just turn tables? I know it's a huge loss against Acadiana last week, and they just got a bad taste in their mouth. So St. Martinville, they got a bad taste in their mouth by this 1-3 start. So something's got to give when these two teams meet on Friday night. I like to know what happens.
I went last week and picked St. Martinville over Westgate.
Me too.
And I'm gonna pick St. Martinville again this week.
There you go, my friend.
They are a pretty good team, man. Is that Westgate team is just different. And they play some close games. I'm gonna go with St. Martinville. I believe in
It's a
Coach.
really good pick.
Yeah, I believe in Coach Vincent Derwin and what he's got going on over there. So I'm gonna go with the Ville.
Well, I tell you what, Mindy's a Lafayette High graduate, and she's picking St. Martinville. So I think I'm gonna go with her too. I think I'm gonna go with St. Martinville.
I agree. I think St. Martinville on the road, they get it back going this week.
Chris, guess who I'm picking? St. Martinville.
I know.
How about your big one here? Homecoming night 4. Oh, I thought you said STM. I was like, wait, that's St. Martinville. Homecoming night for the Yellow Jackets right here. You got Kinder and Iowa. 3-1 versus 1-2. Yellow Jackets, you always know you always get up at home, and especially on homecoming night, you know teams just play a little bit harder on that night. So can Kinder get a win against a good Iowa football team in this one? Talk to me, Chris.
That's a district game.
District game.
Yes.
Homecoming night.
District game, homecoming night. I'm gonna go with the Yellow Jackets.
Which one?
That's what I said, getting ready to say, okay, you got to be more specific, bro.
I'm gonna go with the home team. I'm gonna go with Kinder.
Kinder.
Iowa lost a lot last year, but I'm gonna go with Kinder.
Gary?
Man, I got a good feeling. Iowa's tough, but I think I'm going to go with Kinder at home for homecoming.
Hope?
Man, it's a tough pick.
It is, man. That's a coin flip.
I don't know. I'm gonna pick a.
Yeah, the Battle Highway 383.
You're right.
Man,
Holden, I'm going Iowa this week.
I really was thinking about it too. I'm rolling with Iowa also.
Don't pick against Chris.
I know, Jake. I know.
Vermilion Catholic 4-0 dandies of who should be number one in our eyes, Gary. Who should be ranked number one is the Screaming Eagles. But that's just two people's opinions on the table.
You're right.
We'll make it 3.
Against 2-2 Highland Baptist, Gary, VC has not allowed a point in 8 quarters. They might make it 12 this week, Chris.
And they will.
Yeah.
Give me the Screaming Eagles. Big.
Oh, yeah. VC big.
Yeah, en route.
They're a pretty good ball club. I watched a few clips of them.
Yeah, they're smoking right now.
How about 3-0 Welsh Greyhounds against 2-2 Laurelville? Laurelville at home. We saw a team go in there and beat them last week, which was North Vermilion. It burned everybody. Everybody picked Laurelville, and we got burned again.
Was that a close game?
2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
So this week, now they're going to welcome in the Greyhounds of Welsh, and all Welsh is doing is averaging 50-plus a game.
Right.
Can that offense be slowed down this week? I don't think so, Gary.
They playing on turf.
I like the Greyhounds.
Dude, is Welsh back?
I think.
We talked about it Friday night. Very well could be
Yeah.
Greyhounds. Big.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I think, and then they're playing at Laurelville, so they're going to be it's going to be on turf, so they're going to just be wide open. So look out.
Yeah, I'm a roll with Welsh.
I'm rolling with Welsh too.
Okay. Next up, 2-2 Brobridge. Big win for that program last week, beating Ascension Episcopal. Now it does not get easier because they're going to welcome in. Correct me there. They're going to go on the road and take on one of the hottest teams right now around, and it's the 4-0 Turlings Rebels. And I just got to say something. Them Rebs are up to something good over there. And are you on the bandwagon yet? Turlings routes Brobridge this week.
I think so too.
Yeah.
How they say that? They stirring a good pot over there, baby.
Yeah, I'm a roll with Turlings. Very disciplined team, and
Yes.
they got a system, and that receiver, that Prejean kid, he's one of them.
Yes, I agree.
I gotta agree with that. Yes.
Yeah, Turtles.
Rebs across the board. Look at this.
Keep winning, Turlings. We
look
need
at
it.
this moron starting mess.
Who?
Jake.
What he said?
He's just trying to draw attention that doesn't need to be drawn to. 2-2 Barb at 3-1 Southside Sharks playing this game at St. Martinville. That's where they played their games for home this year. So they moved from Turlings, moved to Southside. That's their moved to St. Martinville. That's their new home. Barb Bucks, Southside Sharks. Can Barbs pull away enough offense to take down this red hot Shark football team? I don't think they can.
I think this is actually a better game than what we're giving it credit for.
Right. I think it's gonna be close, but I'll give Southside the edge.
Southside rolling. They
And look, I know Barb's 2-2, y'all, but I just looked at their schedule. You know they're averaging. Barb is averaging over 40 points a game, which I know they're still 2-2, and I'm gonna roll with Barb this week.
Good.
I've seen some of their losses, man, and it's been against good teams. I mean, they lost to Sam Houston 43-42. I mean, they scored 42 points. They
Got a good receiver quarterback
They put-
tandem over there.
they put 29 against Karen Crow. I mean, it's not a bad team.
No, not a bad pick at all, but I got to go with the Sharks this week.
Yep.
Just the way they've been playing, Gary.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I'm going with Southside too.
Yep.
How about this next matchup? Cool. Troy just blasted you.
What he said.
Troy said
All
putting
them
up them points and
still
losing.
and losing.
Better than St. James.
St. James might be what, 3-1, huh?
Sip my water.
All right, so we look at this next matchup. It's on the table, Chris. You want to touch those helmets for us?
These two.
These
Yeah.
two. Next up, Red River against Logan Sports. Like this matchup a lot. 2-2 Red River against 3-1 Logan Sport. I really like this matchup. I want to talk about it a little bit and see where the panel is leaning. Can Coach get the Bulldogs up to play this game? We looked at the game last weekend. We only scored 7 points, Gary.
Yeah.
9-7 was the final score. There was a home loss. I'm trying
Against
to
who?
against Loyola Prep.
Okay.
So I'm trying to see if they can get their troops ready to go play a road game against a really good Logan Sport football team this week. That's gonna be something to look out
Be
for.
hard. It'll be hard.
Yeah. And Logan Sport record is
3-1. my friend.
3-1.
yeah.
3-1.
I remember that was week 1.
Calvary Baptist.
Yeah, Calvary Baptist.
Right. But I remember week 1, Red River had to play Haunton,
Horton.
Yeah.
and I picked Haunton. And in the chat, someone was laughing and this and that. But
It wasn't me because I'm on.
that was in the chat, so it wasn't on the panel.
I picked them also.
And Haunton
Red
won
River.
big. Man, Logan Sport is real.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I passed through there a few weeks ago, and
I passed over there over the summer. Holy cow!
yeah, Logan Sport. Then you got to go through Mansfield, and so they about maybe 35 miles away from each other. But I'm gonna roll with
Not
Logan
even
Sport.
that. Not even that
Yeah.
far.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll with Logan Sport.
Me too. I'm gonna go with Logan Sport. I think they're gonna that home field advantage is just gonna be too much.
Right.
What was the score? Red River.
9-7 last week, home loss.
Yeah, Logan Sport won against Loyola, 42-20.
That same team.
Yeah, so I think a little too much offense.
Yeah, if Red River can get the offense rolling, I would lean more towards the
Yeah.
Bulldogs in this one, but I got to go with the way Logan Sport's been playing football.
Yeah.
Give me Logan Sport in this one.
Across the pound.
How about the next one? 3-1 versus 3-1. Hanson Field will be rocking, and it will be brought to you by Under the Lights this week. We got this matchup. Prime time, 7 p.m. Friday night. Join us for play-by-play live coverage between the Gaydon Bears and the Basile Bearcats. Boy, I'm ready for a good time in Basile this week, and I'm going to see what they got going on at the tailgate.
That's right.
Gaydon beat North Central last week, right?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, yeah.
How bad they beat them?
Blowout.
And who they beat last week?
Gaydon lost.
They lost
to East Beauregard last week.
I'm gonna roll with Basile. I like what they're doing over there.
Tell you what, Gaydon has a really good quarterback and receiver tandem. Can they hit the big play on Friday night is what you got to look out for, because you know if Basile controls that clock and controls that line of scrimmage, it's going to be a long night. But if Gaydon can hit the big play and get this into a shootout, might have something on their hands, Gary.
Yeah.
Well, you're right. Well, that Basile loss was on a Hail Mary.
Last
second touchdown Hail Mary, throw the ball. But I think Basile is going to control the ball, and I think it's going to be, pretty much ball control offense, and defense, really. So I'm going to give the edge to Basile.
Yeah, I'm rolling with Basile.
Yeah, if we look at this, and like we just said, two things we touched on: line of scrimmage
Right.
and time of possession.
Right, and no
So-
turnovers.
So if you limit Gaydon's opportunities from getting that big play opportunity, Gary, going on 7, 8 minute,
Right.
9-minute drives, then Basile at home in front of that crowd, got to go with the
Right.
Bearcats. Bearcats get the win. Your next matchup, I really not ready to pick this one, y'all. They've been in the chat waiting on this one all night.
Oh, yeah, Mikey was just there a second ago.
They've been waiting on this next one. How about 2-1 St. Ed's Blue Jays? Right over there, Holden. Against 2-1 Oakdale Warriors. Got it on the table. Primetime matchup Friday night. It is a good one, folks. And if you can get out there to Oakdale this coming week, you're going to want to watch this matchup. You got number 10 from Oakdale. You got number 5 from St. Ed's. Boy, you got some good running backs on display in this one.
This is going to be one of the best matchups that we've had in a while, as far as on this table. I can tell you. Man.
Been back and forth with this pick,
Right.
Gary.
I've been doing that too. I agree, Mike. Man, I just Mikey and them's running the veer, ball control, everything like that. I'm gonna give the edge to Oakdale. I'm gonna go with Mikey. I'm going with you, Mikey. So don't disappoint me, but no, I think it's gonna be a very tight game, and I think Oakdale, the veer, is gonna end up taking it at the end.
I watched a bunch of those kids at Oakdale play ball with the travel team that we have in the area, and I also watched and was coach the kid, the running back at St. Ed. He played with us. He's the real deal.
Right.
He's the real deal. But I'm gonna go with Oakdale this week. I like how they
Right.
they running that veer. They consistent with it. They've been consistent with it from the past,
And they're playing at home.
and they playing at home, and they play good defense. And to stop a running back like that, you got to play some good defense.
That running back's number 3 in the state, by the way.
Yeah, he's good. He's fast. He's good. But I think Oakdale gonna control the clock.
Okay. Holden?
Yeah, I'm rolling with Oakdale this week.
I think it's gonna come down to the quarterback making a play in this football game. So we take away the running backs for a second because they're gonna have monster nights from both sides. I think both sides are gonna have monster nights, and it's gonna come down to a quarterback making a play in this one late. And I think St. Ed's finds their receiver, Taylor Dare, over there at St. Ed's. He makes a big time play late in that one. We saw him go off in Texas. I think
Not a bad pick.
St. Ed's on the road in a might be a little shootout here.
Yeah.
20s to 30s, 40s maybe.
For small schools, it's going to be a great game.
Right.
You're right. This
And
is one of the
Oakdale can
best games around.
And Oakdale can throw it too.
You right.
And the reason why I'm rolling with Oakdale is because they almost beat a damn good Grand Lake team.
Right.
I mean, you really can't go wrong with either pick.
Can't go wrong with either pick.
It's going to be a good game.
Somebody makes a play at the end and is the decider. But like you said, Oakdale, St. Ed's, that's just good football.
Right.
It's going to be a very good game. I don't see a blowout at all.
Your next matchup, I don't see how this one will shape out either. 3-1 Central Catholic at 3-1 Generette. Generette playing good ball here lately, and then Central Catholic. We thought that Hail Mary against Abbeville was something, but now you look at their record; they're off to a 3-1 start. So look at both of these teams here. This is good football, also, Chris.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it is. But I like Central Catholic. I'm gonna roll with Central Catholic.
Tell you, this is the one. This is one that I'm flipping a coin over. I think, Central Catholic's playing well. Generette's playing well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give the home field advantage to Generette.
I based my decision on Central Catholic in the Abbeville game
Right.
and the Generette Westminster game.
Okay.
So
Yeah. I
Holden?
still think it's gonna be a shootout.
Yeah,
Well, I
yeah.
think it's gonna be very
What-
close.
I'm with Chris. I'm just judging off of the Abbeville game, and I'm rolling with Central.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Central Catholic. Also, off to a 3-1 start. So let's see who gets their 4th win of the season. But Generate at home, you never know.
Can't never tell.
You never know. We'll see which defense gets it done in this one. But I like Central Catholic on the road. How about your next matchup, ladies and gentlemen? Arcadia comes in 4-0 in the year. They're going to take on a 4-0 Glenbrook football team. We said 39 came into this week. Well, somebody's fixing to make that number drop because 2 undefeateds meeting this week. We might not know much about both, but we did learn a little bit about Glenbrook last week and what a football team that is to go and put it on Haynesville.
You're right. You're right.
right.
And they playing at home this week.
You notice both schools are both quiet 4-0 too.
Right.
We
Yes,
haven't really
definitely.
heard.
Right.
So I'm going to start things off here, and I'm going to give me Glenbrook at home.
I'm with you. I think I'm going to go with that too. But,
Dude,
I
they
mean,
beat some good teams,
they
man.
did. Glenbrook. I'm going to
Yeah.
go Glenbrook.
They beat Cedar Creek.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll with Glenbrook.
Yeah, I mean, I'm impressed with the number. Dude, they're averaging
Yeah, their resume speaks for itself, right?
56, 56, 42. Yeah, I'm rolling with Glenbrook.
All right, you might as well pull up White Castle's schedule while you're there. Because you want another undefeated matchup. It's your next matchup, ladies and gentlemen. 4-0 White Castle hits the road. They come down to Hornet Stadium to take on a 4-0 Catholic, a Point Capee football team. Boy, you got a dandy of a matchup here. You got explosiveness from White Castle. You got physicalness from Catholic, a Point Capee. Holy hell.
This
you
game,
got a good one here.
This game is at home for Catholic.
Catholics
Catholic
at
Point
home.
Capiz at home.
That is the only reason why I'm going to pick Catholic. Because they're at home.
Chris, I didn't think you would pick them.
And it's tough to play over there.
You talking about another team that can eat up
Yeah.
8-minute drives. It's one of them.
I tell you what, you talk about scoring. Catholic Point Capiz putting up over
Catholic
50
Point
points.
Capiz.
Right.
I told y'all. I told you, Gary. This is one of the teams that you don't want to play here.
Yeah.
Right.
At home.
I've got to go with Point Capiz. Sorry. I think Catholic High is going to be too strong.
They're going to play good defense, too.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely.
Yeah, I think White House is going to put up some points, but I got Point Capiz.
Comes down to turnovers again, because if you turn the ball over and you let Catholic Point Capiz eat up 5 to 8 more minutes,
Right.
that could be the decider right there. So if White Castle turns the ball over, Catholic Point Capiz wins this game, and I think they might win it that way.
Heck,
Probably.
White Castle's having a good year this year. Last year,
Yes.
they
We saw them in the Dome a couple years ago, then they fell off a little bit, but they're right back into the
Yep.
game.
It seems like they're rebuilding, and they've done a good job so far.
Another good game to call this one. 3-1 versus 3-1. How about the Cecilia Bulldogs hitting the road, going down to Crawley, Louisiana to take on the Pios of Notre Dame. Notre Dame looking to bounce back this week after the big loss to Turlings.
Right.
But we look at that Turlings football team, and they're different. And Notre Dame put a similar game style like they did against St. Martinville earlier this year and knock off a high-powered Cecilia football offense. Coach, you know this Cecilia football team. You've seen them play in person, and we all know what the Pios has. So what is your thoughts on this one?
I haven't saw Cecilia this year, but Notre Dame sticks to the script. They're going to run it. Cecilia, they had a tough loss this year.
Southside, they
Southside.
lost to Southside by 2, 35-33.
Right.
And Notre Dame played Southside in Jamboree and won 21-13.
Yeah. So, but let's begin the season, January. Hopefully they be clicking. I'm gonna roll with Notre Dame.
Not bad.
It's gonna be a good game though. But I'm gonna roll with Notre Dame because it's at home.
Okay.
Man, I gotta.
Not often you pick against the Pios, Gary.
No, it ain't. But I got a gut feeling, and just tell. I think I'm gonna go with Cecilia.
I know Troy.
Cecilia on the road.
Yep. I had Cecilia mark. Yep. I like Cecilia, man.
Tell you what, I really like this Week 8 matchup.
It's coming.
Next up, 3-1 Captain Shreve at 4-0 Parkway. We said it's the first time since 2013 that Parkway has been undefeated. They got to welcome in a Captain Shreve football team this week. Captain Shreve, they knocked off Union Parish. They lost by 5 to Bird. So now you look at this. Can Parkway keep things rolling at home after they welcome in a really good Gator football team?
And a 4-0 Bird, too, Jordy.
Yeah.
Chris, tough
Wow.
game to pick. I know it is, but we have to make a pick.
I like Captain Shreve. They battle tested. You know, so Parkway I have some memories of Parkway, but when we played them over there back in the 90s. So, but I like this Captain Shreve team.
That's a good pick, man. But I think the home field advantage with Parkway, and they got something to prove. I think I'm gonna give the edge to Parkway.
And that's all district games too, right?
I think so.
I see a lot of love for Gaton in the chat.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
If anybody can get us a helmet from Gaton, holla at your boy.
Yeah, we need a G up
Oh,
here, man.
Yeah, I'm impressed with this Captain Shreve. I picked them to beat Union Parish. They beat Calvary Baptist. They lost by 5 to Bird. I think Captain Shreve wins this week.
Yeah.
I agree completely. And it's not going to be easy going on the road
Oh, no.
to beat Parkway. That's hitting on all cylinders right now. You know the emotion of that fan base and that school is riding high right now. But Captain Shreve,
Well,
Have
Captain
y'all-
Shreve's tough right
have
now.
y'all
They
ever
playing
been?
good.
really, really tough.
Have y'all ever been over there? It's actually a really nice little town, man.
Where?
Parkway.
Yeah, in Bossier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah, we played there
Mm-hmm.
in quarterfinal year.
My junior year, that's what I said. That's when we played Brandon Harris. That's a really nice
Yeah.
facility they got.
Everybody picked Bazil. Next up, it is 3-1 Mangum at 3-1 Oak Grove. You talk about both teams with big time wins last week. It is these two teams. Mangum knocked off General Trask big last week. Oak Grove knocked off. Who they knocked off last week? Holden.
They knocked
Somebody big.
They knocked off Rayville and Sterlington,
Sterlington is their big one.
and not just knocked them off, 52-20,
And then they hung up 60 or 70 last week. correct?
61 against Rayville.
So just get ready for some basketball scores.
Yes.
Pretty much. Pretty
You
much.
got the tailback from Mangum putting up 7 touchdowns a week.
Yeah.
You got Oak Grove knocking off Sterlington and hanging up 60 plus. It's not a flip a coin. It's who your gut tells you to go with this week.
I gotta go with Oak Grove, dude,
Yeah, I'm gonna roll with Oak Grove only because I know
and that's at home.
the OC. He gonna throw that ball because he was at General Trask.
Now I see why they're scoring a lot of those points, because they got their General Trask's OC. But no, I'm rolling with Oak Grove.
Can anybody stop Jalen Williams at Mangum?
I mean,
Or should we
They
expect
are
another?
controlling. It's gonna be a
let me
high
go
scoring
see
game.
Should we expect big numbers this week?
Oh God, big
it's
time.
it's gonna be battle of the offensive coordinators.
Right, most definitely.
Some defensive coordinators they gonna get chewed out Monday or
So
Saturday.
first game of the year, they lost to Sterlington, and then they've been rolling since then. And then Oak Grove beat Sterlington. So just something
So you like Mangum?
to Oak Grove, bro.
Oh, Grove. All right. Yeah, I talked to my buddy this week about this matchup. He's down there, lives, and big Oak Grove fan. Talked a little bit about it. It's gonna be tough to beat that Mangum team this week, but I like their chances. Give me Oak Grove at home.
And it's crazy, man. Would they come? They're what size are they now, Jordy?
Moved up to
2A, huh?
2A, but back down to the Division 4. So
Yeah.
if you're confused, so are we.
Yeah, we've been confused since they came out with the
So they moved up and they're still rolling.
yeah.
Yeah. There he is. There he is. In the chat, Mr. Jesse Smith himself, all the way from Oak Grove, Louisiana. So what a wide fan base we have here, Gary.
Oh, most definitely.
Everywhere.
Love it.
How about at this time we check out our fans from around the state of Louisiana before we get to these final 5 games. Ladies and gentlemen, where are you checking in to the chat from? Let us know. Where are you from? Where are you? What team is your team? So I see we got a lot of Bazil, a lot of Gaydon fans. We got an Oak Grove fan right there. We got a St. James fan. We got a DeQuincy fan right there. Where is the rest of everybody from that supports this great platform? We just want to check it out and see where everybody's from. Chris, he's from OHS. Gary, Port Barry. Holden, Fountain Blue. And myself, Port Barry.
St. James Wildcats.
St. James in the house.
Troy.
Quincy in the house. Mindy from Lafayette.
Lafayette High. Yes, most definitely.
The Lions.
Bro Bridge fan in the house. Eureka, California. Welsh Greyhounds. So we got a Greyhound fan in the chat.
Way from Cali.
Wow.
Do we have a Welsh
Opelousas. What's
helmet,
up,
Jordan?
Chris?
What's up?
What's up?
We have a Welsh helmet.
No, but we will
We're
get
working
one
on
day.
it. We're working on it.
Where is everybody from, and what team do you support?
Gaydon.
Gaydon in the chat.
I see my little brother in the chat, but he ain't gonna say nothing.
Yeah.
Thanks for the badges, guys. No problem. Keenan Skinner, big time follower from Bazil.
That had to be a good game last week, Bazil and Elton.
I heard it was a jam-packed house for sure.
You only got Highway 26 separating the two towns.
Humboldt County, Gary Swallow. Anybody else?
Gate on.
Some more Gate on love. Just trying to see where our wide range of fans are in the state of Louisiana, where everybody's. What's your team?
Yeah. And staying up with us and
I just seen.
doing our picks.
I just seen. St. Ed's football player just joined the chat, so
Right.
you got a wide range of eyes all over the state of Louisiana. So keep them coming, and we'll get going with these picks, ladies and gentlemen. It is homecoming night
Rub the hat. Rub the helmet. Rub the helmet.
for
Oh, right here.
the Opelousas Tigers. You're 3-1, number 1 ranked team, Opelousas Tigers, hosting the undefeated Leesville Wampa Cats. Boy, I've been waiting all day to say that one, Gary. Wampa Cats.
I think it's Wampus.
Wampas
Yes.
Cats, and nobody from Fountain Blue. Damn. Troy, back on you.
What he said?
He getting on you, boy.
Nobody from Fountain Blue watching us tonight.
There go my brother. He
We're too
coming.
good for y'all.
I said, there go my brother. He coming.
There he is. Opelousas watching tonight. So, the Wampus Cats, the Tigers, meeting at Donald Gardner Stadium. Mr. Swallow, we know where one guy's leaning. We don't know where the next 3 are. So we talk about this one. You talking about OHS off to one of their hottest starts in recent memory. You got to give it up to that football team. They are putting the state on notice with back-to-back big-time wins. And if they knock off the Wampus Cats this week, boy, you can be – I don't know what you can say about that, Gary, but you can say something is brewing big time. And like Coach said, if you ain't on the wagon, I don't know if he said stay off or jump on. Coach, what you said?
I told Coach today, Coach Zachary, shout out to you, Coach Jimmy Zachary, my boy. I need my leg back.
Okay.
When we went to Leedsville and Cecil Collins just ran a
What a name there, huh?
I remember that dude.
If we being honest, he ran over everybody.
Yeah, I didn't want that was my last high school football game, but I think we beat them years later in the playoffs or something. But anyway, like Coach told y'all in when y'all was doing the tour, he said he don't think nobody's best 11 can beat his best 11, and he's proving it. Those kids are proving it. Defense is just, man, they lights out right now. What they did against Lake Charles College Prep, they shut them out.
Big headlines.
Yeah, that was very.
Yeah, and I tell everybody, man, that's an upset. That's an upset. Everything is. I don't expect upsets. I know what these kids can do. So y'all already know where I'm leaning toward.
Oh, yeah. We knew that whenever you got here.
Listen, we could be playing that in the car. I'm still gonna pick opposite side. So it's gonna be a eventful night.
Should be expecting a lot of alumni.
Man, it is y'all have no idea what's going on right now. The parking lot is already full with tailgate spots. The Mustang field full. Just come out and have a great time and watch a daggone good game because Leesville is real good.
Coach, we talked about it a little bit. We said a power running game from these Wampus Cats. Am I correct?
Yeah, they run it. They run it. But
They got a really good running back, Xavier Ford.
yeah, he's good. He's good. But I'm not betting against the house. Y'all can't get me to say nothing bad.
Not at the house, huh?
I mean, and I want to. My brother in the chat. I want to give a shout out to my little nephew. He's middle line, one of the linebackers, and when them kids, man, they bring it, and they do it with assignment football. There's no selfishness. It's not no me. It's we. So I got the Tigers rolling, man.
Okay. Give me keys to victory real fast before I turn things over to Gary. Because you know it's going to be something in the line of scrimmage.
it's gonna be
Physical, right?
real physical. Leesville is they played I think Iowa, Gina and Jennings.
Okay.
And New Iberia.
Yeah,
Catholic
New Iberia. Like I say, it's gonna be a good physical game, man. Whoever pound that thing, that's who gonna win it.
Okay.
But it's gonna be a great game with a great atmosphere. I wish you guys could have been there. We tried it, but week 8.
Gary?
Man, OHS gave me, confidence in them when they shut out Lake Charles College Prep. I was, excited for them, and I'm going to give them the edge since this is homecoming and it is, right there. I think the atmosphere is going to be so awesome.
Be rocking that Donald Gordon.
I just hope that they don't get too overwhelmed. But I'm gonna give them the edge. I think it's gonna be a close one. OHS wins at the end.
Holden? Don't look down there.
He looking at you hard there, Chris.
We still got a few more picks on.
Man, this game is actually really tough to pick. I admit it, I've picked every game this year against Opelousas.
You picked Santa Mont last week.
I did pick Santa Mont, even though I know they did beat Lake Charles College Prep, and I told Jordy before the show, said I was really impressive. I wasn't expecting them to beat Santa Mont. I said I admit it, but this week I think Opelousas does it. I'm rolling with them.
Jumping on the wagon, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
I like what that coach is doing. I think the kids, they're bought in. That's impressive what they do.
So
They're buying into the system.
So when you stick the path and you put in all the hard work and all the countless hours, good things are bound to pay off. And that leaf finally blows over. And that leaf has blown over this year. Opelousas Tigers at home in front of that great atmosphere and crowd this week. Tigers win a thriller of a game over Leesville this week.
And ranked number 1 in the state.
Right.
Hey, it's about turning people into believers, right? And y'all have done that with me the last 3 weeks.
Right.
Well, we're going to see if you believe in this next one.
I got something.
You're right.
I got something for you at the tailgate.
Yeah.
I'm really thinking about going. I'm serious.
Don't think. Just come.
Just go.
Be there.
Don't
be
think,
there.
just go. How much do you believe in Edna Core this week? A lot?
A paycheck.
Hold on.
Paycheck.
The Edna Car.
The Edna Core.
The University of Edna Carr.
Oh, Edna Car State University.
Oh, yeah, that's it. You're right.
Well, it doesn't matter.
It does not matter. We're just going to put a default next to the team they're playing this week.
Who they got this weekend anyway?
Let's just listen to it. 3-1. Brother Martin comes into town to take on 1-3 Edna Core. Yeah, that's not a misprint, folks. 1-3 after 3 forfeits. Edna Core is going to get right back to their winning ways. And they're going to be a scary team for any of those lower seeds to meet in the playoffs.
The game.
But if we're being honest, they're 4-0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The games, and like I said, like you say, 4-0, the games that they played and the teams that they played are good quality football teams. And they are good teams.
Welcome in another one.
The only loss Brother Martin is to is to St. Thomas More. So at St. Thomas More.
Right. And that was
30-16.
Yeah.
But, they beat Madison Prep. They beat St. Paul's.
Can Brother Morton keep this interesting? I guess we should go that route.
First quarter, maybe halfway second quarter, then it's going to start being a track meet. It's going to be bad.
Yeah.
I think Carr in a route.
They have. It's like how they say that you play with the bear.
Oh God, yes.
They moved up, voluntarily in classification, so they really have something to prove, And then when this happened, okay, let's face this adversity.
Right.
and let's go. Let's get back on track.
I think Brother Morton is going to give him a fight, but I don't see them sticking with him, man. I just can't. I just can't do that. I got to go with Carr.
You see the way
And they also a district game too.
you see the way Brother Morton held up for 4 quarters against that St. Thomas More passing attack.
Correct.
I gotta give Edna Cord this one. Still one of our favorite teams in the state of Louisiana.
Most definitely.
It's going to be for a long time.
I think they win against a Brother Morton team that could give them challenges, but I don't think they give them challenges Friday night. Give me Edna Cord.
Oh yeah, man, what they did to Easton and St. Aug for it to be blowouts, and then Scotlandville, who just lost to Turlins by 3, and we all know how Turlins is, and Edna Card
Scotlandville should have beat
Turlins.
West Monroe.
Oh yeah, and Edna Card beat them 42-8. I mean, I see after the first quarter this game gets. Yeah, but it's high school football, y'all. It could be.
We could be looking like some fools Friday
Yep.
night.
I mean,
Anything
remember a
can
few years ago in the playoffs, Bro Bridge?
Well,
Bro Bridge held them. It was like 14 points.
Well, that was even
That's a few years ago.
2 years. The same year they won. They went to state and Cancro beat them.
Yeah, that was the year when they put. That was that same year.
Yeah. And
So I mean,
everybody
anything can
picked
happen.
Carr, so
Yeah.
nobody gave Cancro a shot, a chance.
That's true. I didn't.
I didn't.
How difficult is this next game to pick? And you may be just looking at yourself and be like, man, it's not that difficult to pick football games on this panel.
Yes, it is. It is. In
How
some
about
cases.
this next one? This is one of the more odd games I've seen this year just because of these two teams, of the styles they play and the traditions. 3-1 versus 3-1. Do you know which way I'm going here, Chris? You ain't got a clue, huh?
No.
How about LCA at Avoyos this week?
LCA made me a believer.
Woo.
Now that was a good Ruston team that came to town last
Really
week.
good Ruston team.
But they made me a believer week 1, week 2, and week 3.
How many times would LCA touch the football this week?
I think they're gonna touch it a lot, regardless if Avoyos don't punt the ball. If they don't touch it, they're gonna score. I just can't get into that. You don't punt. And is that LCA?
No, it's at
Instead of
Avoyos.
oils.
Ooh,
That's where I'm
It's
saying
at
it
Avoyos.
gets tricky.
No turf. Natural grass.
home field.
Home field.
Where are they going to put all of
Oh,
LCA's?
God.
Where are they going to put LCA's fan base? They ain't got enough bleachers over there.
We froze in Avoyos last time.
We've been there. We've actually been there and was
There-
on those
that,
bleachers.
That visitor section is not going to hold that
God.
fan base.
Oh, not at
You're
all.
going to have to bring chairs.
We were like this when we went.
Yeah, it was like sardines in a can.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable.
But LCA,
I say, can Avoyos sustain 10-minute drives like they like?
I saw how I didn't see, but how LCA controlled that veer at Acadiana.
Oh, there you go.
yeah, but this is not the veer.
I know it's not the veer.
This is a wacky.
And
This
this
is
is-
something out of the
Yeah,
ordinary.
and then he gonna go for it on 4th down.
He gonna go for 2.
Yeah,
He
go
might get 5 kick. He might get 5 onside kicks.
I'm a roll with LCA, man. They battle tested.
Got to.
They done played some top notch. You know,
It's just one of those weird matchups, huh?
yeah. And I'm not going against them no more.
No.
They
No.
Well, I mean, Gary did say it was a rebuild year.
I
I sure did, and I also said I was never going to pick against them again the year. And you know what?
I thought
I'm
there was a
not
rebuild, too.
LCA.
I picked them to beat Acadiana first week.
I didn't pick nothing.
Holden?
Picking them again, LCA. I just think those athletes they got.
We have to watch this score closely and see if Avoyos can pull off a huge upset.
Well, can you imagine if they get those onside kicks, if they get 2 or 3 of them and they control the ball?
That's what I'm getting at, Chris.
It's-
If they go for a
Man,
10-minute drive, then get an onside kick and go for another 10-minute drive,
man, I really think.
that's the only chance I see them having here.
But guys, let's take the big picture. That's LCA,
It-
and they're well coached. Don't think those guys not gonna come in there prepared
You'll have a hands team ready to go.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
real.
what
You ain't
come-
got no big men on the.
What
on
comes
the front.
down to this game, I think, is going to help LCA is special teams because the fact that they don't kick or punt or anything.
Right.
And I think that's what helps LCA.
Oh, they kick. They onside kick.
Well,
Yeah,
you,
that's
I mean,
it,
I'm
yeah.
talking about punting,
No punting,
and field goals
no,
and
no
stuff.
Field goals and
Right, but with a discipline and a team like LCA, man,
Oh yeah,
they well coached.
Right.
you got D1 talent on that defensive line.
So no big men gonna be up front. It's all hands team everywhere. So just got to get the ball.
Yeah.
Right.
LCA wins this game. I'm very intrigued to see this final score Friday
Right.
night.
Tell you what, I wouldn't mind being at Avoyles to watch that game, though.
Yeah,
Don't
that
have
would
nowhere
be
to
something.
sit.
And when I saw the schedule, I'm like, oh,
You'd have to bring your own chairs and find a spot. That's what you're
Like
going
George
to do.
said, they might have to extend and add on
They not
because
gonna do
those visitors stands are small.
It benefits Avoyles with their style of stadium.
Right. Most definitely.
Next up, Denham Springs, hot out the gate, ladies and gentlemen. But it does not get easy this week. They're going to cross the river. They're going to come down to Lafayette. They're going to play the Cougars at Cougar Stadium. How about the 3-1 St. Thomas More Cougars welcomes in 4-0 Denham Springs. Denham Springs, they say this is their year. If this is their year, Chris, they have to go prove it and beat St. Thomas More on the road.
I thought just like how we wrote off LCA and said there's a rebuilding year with the loss of Howard from STM. They clicking. They ain't lost nothing. They not rebuilding. They just reloaded.
Well, when Walker Howard got hurt, this quarterback,
Right.
got him some wins.
Against that Alexandra team,
Right,
against
yeah.
Ruston. Yeah.
You
So
know what I mean? So he's good. He's experienced.
yeah. So I'm STM, man.
Same here.
I agree. St. Thomas More, hard to beat at home. We looked at that when they played Brother Morton this year.
Dude, their last 3 games is impressive. Yeah, St. Thomas More.
Yeah, St. Thomas More with that pass and
They
attack,
went-
they just run it so efficiently.
Hey, they
Correct.
was for a while they was tick for tack with Catholic of Baton Rouge.
They said they got wore down late. That's what we heard on the radio.
And then
on
the
way
week
back
before
home.
they beat Brother Martin. I mean, dude, that's
Well, that's what numbers do for you
Yeah.
in the fourth quarter.
yep.
Right.
Final game to pick, ladies and gentlemen. It is 3-1 Neville at 3-1 Ruston. What do we like here?
Wow.
Neville's playing better as late.
Yeah.
Ruston, one of the biggest wins we've seen so far this season came last week.
Right.
Holden, what was Ruston's only loss?
Their only loss was to Warren Easton.
Warren Easton, right? And it was an overtime.
25-19.
Right.
Ruston is a great, good football team.
You know who they beat? LCA,
LCA.
and Jesuit.
And Jesuit. Yeah, and
I made a bold prediction last week, Chris.
and LCA beat Jesuit
Right.
the week before.
On the Friday night recap show, I said, Gary, you might see this Ruston team at the Superdome this year.
Might be.
And okay, guys, when we were playing them last year in that jamboree in Monroe, they wasn't a senior heavy team,
Wow.
and they were that running back and that O line. Lord have mercy, and they were good. I'm gonna roll with Ruston this week.
I'm going with you. I think as much as I love Neville and all that, but I think Ruston's going to be too much at home. They're clicking.
They playing that Ruston.
They're playing at Ruston.
Yeah.
So I'm going Ruston.
That 30-mile drive.
Yeah. Neville's not really battle tested this year. Ruston's impressed, dude. That resume's impressive. I'm giving Ruston, man.
Yeah.
I agree with you, Jordy. I could see that being a dome team.
Yeah, I think Ruston finally gets back to the dome.
That's going to be some excitement.
I mean, you just potentially beat a championship, a 5-time champion in LCA.
And they on the public side, Ruston.
Public side.
yeah.
You can't tell me they can't run the table.
So I like Ruston myself. So do my guys over there with Neville, the broadcast team. Love those guys, but this week, got to go with Ruston.
Well, it's
They lost.
That's
They
a
lost
tough
a lot of talent, man. We lost AJ Allen, the running back, Campbell. I mean, they lost some talent, bro.
it's going to be interesting.
Right.
That does it for our picks this week. If we did not cover your game, It's because we got 45 of them right here that we just picked, and we have to keep it in striking distance where we're not here till 2 a.m. Right, Gary?
You're right.
I think everybody picked the same thing.
No, we had a few splits.
We had a few splits.
I
It's
think
good.
Holden Rolling, he on
No, there was a few games I went against you.
this
I'll
one.
tell you
I
what,
think-
we had a split with Iowa and Kinder.
yeah.
We had a split.
I went by myself with the Barb game.
Only one person picked Kentwood. We had a split with Ville Platte and Pine Prairie.
Mm-hmm.
We had one person pick St. Ed's. One person picked Barb. One person picked Parkway.
Chris picked Notre Dame, I think.
Yeah, I picked Notre Dame.
Hey, Chris, who you thought I was going to pick?
One
Leesville?
person picked Notre Dame.
Nah.
One person picked Generates. So we have some
We
different.
have some. We
we
have
have
some
some
Yeah.
different.
different. It's going to be really, really close to decide a winner this week.
It wasn't the big game that we.
Week 1 through week 4 was huge.
Yeah.
Week 5, we kind of middled out a little bit, but you still have some good ones here on this list. You look
Yeah.
at some of these games for sure.
Which one you think's like the one that could be potentially the best?
The best game out of this list right here, and it goes down to the smaller schools in my opinion.
I think LCA Navoyles.
You like that LCA of Oils? I like that. I like that Catholic Appointment P White Castle game and that Oakdale St.
And
Ed's.
St.
game.
Ed,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think that game, and like I'm with you on those games. But
Finally,
man,
the smaller teams getting some love here in week 5.
I would love to be just watching that LCA of Oils game. That would. I
But-
mean, I'm sorry.
You know
I think
what's
it's going to be
another
exciting.
standout game? That's small schools because they're 2A. Mangum and Oak Grove.
Oh,
Yeah,
most definitely.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Now does LCA televise their games when they're away?
I
Two?
hope so.
I think they're
In the night vision?
when they're-
Where are they going to put them? I
but
don't know.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know where they're going to put them
They're going
because
to have to hire an excavator.
well, you're gonna have to get one of those crane trucks or whatever.
What you call it? A hunting.
A deer stand.
Deer stand.
Get you a deer stand out of there.
Yeah, so some good matchups for sure. Oak Grove, Mangum, they're going to be on NFHS. Expect LCA and Avoyles to be on Night Vision TV. St. Thomas More is going to be on VSN. Neville and Ruston live on Neville Tiger Network. You got us covering our games, and
I'm not sure who's.
you got the radio station covering OHS in Leesville,
And another.
and another streaming service.
Yeah, I don't know where it is.
Tell you what, though, I'm looking forward to the game that's not being talked about, too. Kenwood and Meet, and that's tomorrow.
And wouldn't they meet
Yeah.
tomorrow night? Battle
That's
of
going to be
the
something.
Battle of
That's going to be a
Ouachita.
good game. I don't care who. That's a good game.
Yeah, the Battle of Ouachita also. Parish and Christian. Can Christian go knock off Parish?
Yeah,
That's true.
we're gonna see.
Yeah.
See, look, me and you picked against that team, Chris, so I'm going to hear that.
Yeah. So, all right, Chris, final words as we head into week 5. You got it.
Man, it's some great games, guys. That's been played over the past few weeks. This week, a lot of teams getting prepared for district. And like I said, we have another week left before we start district. But the district at Church Point is in with them. I think Northwest will make it. I think they're sitting at 22 right now or something like that. But they're gonna do well in their district. You know, it's gonna come down to them in Church Point. I think that's gonna be a good game. I'm hope I don't know when it is, but I know we have a Thursday night game. So if they playing that Friday, I'm definitely gonna go watch that game.
There you go. Gary, final words as we close the door on Wednesday night and we head into week 5.
Well, I'm gonna tell you the games that we have here, and they got a lot of exciting ones, a lot of close ones that I think is gonna be. This is gonna be one of those. You know, depends on how the wind blows. Sometimes I think on some of these close games. But man, so far, what a year! And man, these standings are going to be going up and down for the next 6 weeks. So you know, at least 5 weeks this week and next week. So another 5 weeks. So man, I can't wait to see towards the end who's going to be where and what these these new playoff brackets and what they're going to be. And I think we're going to have some exciting games all year.
That's gonna be those playoffs when it comes to brackets and how everybody's waiting to see how they're gonna do this.
Right, and I'm excited on it too. I just want to see what's going to happen. But
Covington.
you know they're going to have some people get left out.
I know we ain't gonna
And ain't nothing we can do about that right now. We got to see what's going to happen, and let's try it and let's get this going. But I want to see some exciting games in the playoffs.
right.
For sure. Holden, final words. Closest for week 5.
It's our homecoming week, Troy. You know what's crazy? We almost beat undefeated Hammond last week. That's how crazy it is. And then we get our butts whooped last week. Anyway, I'm just going to say, I'm ready for the playoffs. That's just my favorite time. I love playoff ball. It's just fun. But I'm going to end it on this. Go Tigers.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we close the door here for Wednesday night does not mean week 5 is over, as you got Thursday night football tomorrow live on Under the Lights. Ville Platte, Pine Prairie. Somebody gets their first win tomorrow, and we're going to bring you live coverage of it. And then Friday night, Basile, Gaydon, battle of the 3-1s. Somebody trying to get the lead in district play live on Under the Lights Friday night. So we close the door. We say good night for now. Want to say Friday night will not be with my broadcast colleague right here.
No, I'm going to be out of town, doing some stuff that I need to get done. But, I'm going to be there with y'all spirit, and I will have my phone with me, so I'm going to be watching.
So, solo dolo. You get to hear my voice.
Safe travel.
For 2 games. Safe travels indeed. Recap show. We're going to be to be determined. I guess. You're going to leave the keys, I guess? I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see where I might pop up at a Burger King in the parking lot and set up a table. We'll see.
We did a Whataburger last year or
Yes,
2 years ago.
And froze.
And froze, yes.
I might still be tailgating, so we can probably
They'll
do
be
it.
tailgating. I might have to come join y'all at the tailgate.
Yeah.
But for now, can't wait to see what's in store for week 5. Where will the shocks come? Where will the upsets come? Where will the game of the nights come? A lot of memories to be made. Seniors, keep enjoying it because you never know when it's going to end. And you're already 5 weeks into your senior season.
Right.
Last ride.
That's
Last
right.
ride for sure. Signing off for now from myself, Mr. Keith Crozier in the back, Holden Lee, Mr. Gary Swallow, and Mr. Chris Esprit. Good luck to the Tigers this coming Friday night.
Thank you.
And we will see you tomorrow night from Pine Prairie High School. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.